Hi. Hello, hello. I'm here to do a cringy thing again and do another tier list. I think they're fun, so yeah, that's what I'm starting with. I'm sorry, it's whatever Wednesday, so this does constitute as whatever, I believe. I'm no scientist or anything. I'm no whateverologist. But, uh, yeah, I think this falls under the Constitution, under the amendments, yeah, this is whatever, technically. So the list I'm doing here is the Cartoon Network shows tier list. And I'm not gonna do what I usually did with tier lists before, where I like, do how many ever I feel like and then switch to a game. I'm just going to I want to play a game as well after this, but I'm just going to do like the whole entire tier list because yeah, this would take forever. Here, let me zoom out here a bit so you can actually get a perspective. This is the normal 100% zoom, but I wanted to be able to see like the shows that I'm ranking and stuff. There's a lot. So I'm just gonna like power through this. There's a lot I haven't heard of because it was either I've never heard of it when I was watching TV or it was after my time. But I will definitely be showing my inner millennial with this because yeah, it did not retain my interest throughout the whole entire time. So yeah, being like a what would you call it, first gen millennial? Whatever the hell you want to call it. I was born in like very, very early 90s. So yeah, I'll be a little biased. But that's humanity, baby. We're all biased because of our specific tastes and experiences and what we've gone through. So yeah, I am planning on just doing this immediately and then going over to the coin game where I'm going to be like just power grinding through the leaderboards because I'm trying to get #1 in a specific game. So it's not gonna be very exciting or anything. I just kind of wanted to, wanted to stream whatever I did, and yeah, that's just what I decided to do with my whatever title of whatever Wednesday. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Sorry. Hashtag sorry not sorry. So I'm gonna start this off with two stupid dogs. I'll try to keep most of these concise if I don't have anything extra to say, but with some of them I'm sure I'll have extra to say. Two Stupid Dogs was underrated, but it couldn't go to S tier. That's disrespectful. S tier has to be like, well, as it says, the best. So I'd say probably A. It had some good gags. It was good. Here, let me change this real quick actually first. Because mediocre is kind of a harsh judgment. I label C as average, not mediocre. Mediocre just sounds like a snobby, like, what's this show doing existing type of thing, you know? That's not what I look at C as. I look at C as like, there's better stuff, there's worse stuff. It's just kind of like middle of the road. And mediocre's like, I know that was the original meaning of mediocre, but I don't know. I feel like that word has like changed definition throughout the years. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. Maybe that's still how people see the word as mediocre, but the word of mediocre as. There we go. There's words. But I look at mediocre as like like people call things mid, and that's like more of an insult than being bad, you know? And I see mediocre as like the same way. And I hope that makes some semblance of sense. 16 is the definition of B tier for me. Better than average, but not by a whole lot. A pup named Scooby-Doo. If you get into like puppies and like them as kids and stuff with any show, it's usually a bad sign. It's below average for me. I'm sorry. Adventure Time, I'd be proud to present as my first S. I don't even think I need to elaborate. It does so much right. Everyone loves it. It's an icon. Well, I guess not everyone loves it, but everyone at least respects what it does and stuff. It's just a good fucking show. Almost objectively, I'd say. But I've never met anyone that hates it. The absolute worst I've heard about it is like, it's okay. So, yeah, it's S. It's S for me. Uh, Almost Naked Animals? Is that what this is? I remember hearing the name. Yeah, Almost Naked Animals. I remember hearing the name, I never watched the show. So, yeah, That would definitely go in my what is this? I have no clue. Maybe I saw like an episode or two, but that was the max. The Amazing World of Gumball, that's A tier. Almost S, but not quite. It's like on the border there. I might I might change that later, but we'll see. Uh Apple and Onion, I've literally never even heard of that. I'll make sure I get this title right though. Because God, that'd be embarrassing if it was like fucking no, yeah, this is like Ed Netty instead or something. But yeah, no, no. Apple and Onion, I've never even heard of that. So, yeah. Actually, I should put Almost Naked Animals at never watched, not what is this, because I have heard of it. I just never actually watched it. Atomic Betty was a B tier. B for Betty, so that makes sense. Not A for Atomic quite, but it was good. Baby Looney Tunes was probably the best of the, like, as babies type of shows that I was just complaining about. But this one specifically was probably it went up to C tier, but I still liked original Looney Tunes like a lot better, as well as a lot of other shows. So yeah, that's where I stand on that. That's all I've got to say, Your Honor. Oh hey, Raging Witcher, how have you been? I myself, to answer that question, have been good, but how have you been? I hope you've been doing well. Uh, Batman Beyond. This one was A tier. I'm not much into like superhero stuff, but this was like I was gonna say the peak of it, but you'll see later in the list. There's one other that's like the peak of superhero stuff. You might actually know if you were around for it. And that's good, Raging. I'm glad that you've been very good. I hope that you're able to relax a little bit and kick back, chill, have a good time. Even if it's not all the time with me and all that, you go to do other stuff, whatever. Hope you're able to have a good time, you know? Everyone deserves to relax. This is Batman the Animated Series, I believe. I'm just sorry, I zoom in and out a lot because I really need to confirm to make sure because I don't want to goof. No, see, that's why. This is Batman the Brave and the Bold. Or the Brave and the Gold. No, yeah, it's the Brave and the Bold. It kind of almost looked like a G there for a sec. Never heard of it at all. Never heard of that specific one. So that's interesting, actually. I usually hear about, like, superhero stuff, like, specifically Batman. Batman was fucking huge, like, for, you know, kids growing up specifically in the 2000s. And I'm even now still. He's, like, a very beloved icon for a lot of people who like superheroes. And even a lot that don't like superheroes. So, I'm surprised I never heard of that. But yeah, The Brave and the Bold, never heard of that. But, yeah. Ben 10. Ben 10 was A tier. Couldn't give it any less than that. It was good. I mean, all the iterations, they really kept the momentum. And I'm sorry. Sorry, this is a little clustered here, but Ben 10 ruled. This cartoonish one, though. This kind of almost reminds me of Teen Titans Go, and I've never heard of it, but it might be bias. Might be bias. But if I did watch it, hypothetically, I'd probably not like it very much, just considering what Teen Titans Go made of the original show. And you say maybe Raging Witcher for the Batman, the Brave and the Bold. I've never heard of it or watched it, so I couldn't say. But yeah. Yeah, new Ben 10 is asked. That's exactly what I thought. You can tell just by the art style. Like, look at this. I know this doesn't exactly convey it properly, but like, compare the art style here with all of these and the good ones to this one. Like, it looks so, again, just Teen Titans Go. That's literally all I can think of. It's just really simplified, kind of cruddy looking. No offense to the animators. I'm sure they put a lot of effort into it and everything like that, but yeah, there's just such a split, you know? And I'm honestly, no offense, but kind of glad I never watched it and never knew it existed because, yeah, it's a different era for a different, well, era, I guess. A different generation, you know? This is like a 3D Batman. I know I've heard of this, but I never watched it. And the style looks familiar and everything. But this is like where Batman always got confusing, you know? There was like a million of them. I do know for a fact I never saw or heard of The Brave and the Bold though, so I know I'm not confusing that for something else. But yeah, there was like a lot of superhero stuff that like it I'm sorry, I said I wasn't going to dwell on a bunch of stuff and I already am. I already feel myself doing it. Oh, okay, for Brave and Bold S tier is what you'd say? Okay, well, this is exclusively for Raging Witcher, but Raging Witcher says S tier, so I will take his word for it. And if that's a controversial pick, sorry, you're just gonna have to at Raging Witcher on Twitch. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. I don't have any input on it, so. Camp Laszlo was oh god, I'm already flooding A, but it was A. It was comfortable. It was like a comfy watch. Does that make sense? It was like it almost felt like hanging out with friends. That's the best way I could explain it. It was good though. It was good. I remember Laszlo, I remember Raj. I remember the grumpy guy. I could remember the name if I tried. Oh, what was his name? Fuck. He kind of had like the nasally Edward, was that it? I think it was Edward or something. He was the like platypus guy. He was kind of like the Squidward of the group. But it just had like it had a great dynamic between the characters. I'm totally fucking digressing again. I'm sorry. Captain Planet and the Planeteers. That has to be S. That's not even an option. Matter of fact, here, wait, let me. Yeah, this shouldn't be allowed. You shouldn't be able to put this in any other tier aside from S. And because I did that, I'm pretty sure the police are gonna be knocking on my door any second, because like that's just a fucking crime. This is Chop Saki Chooks. I remembered just from the visual here without even seeing the title. This was the definition of a C tier for me though. It was very average, but I do remember the name. I remember the name and how wacky like the designs were. It was really interesting, but you know, it was actually watching the show in practice. It was just kind of it was average. I mean, I'd watch it if it was on. It wasn't bad. Sorry, a pup named Scooby Doo, but really step up your game. That was the worst iteration of Scooby Doo, by the way. I think I mentioned that already, like in different words, but uh Chowder. Chowder was this might be controversial, but just only B. I know this is like a lot of people's A tier and S tier pick, but for me it was just good. I usually preferred to watch other stuff, specifically if Nick was like showing something else that I had more interest in. Not even stuff just like SpongeBob or Fairly Odd Parents, but even just like stuff that's usually all right, all right. I'd usually prefer to watch that over Chowder. I wasn't much of a Chowder fan, and I'm very sorry for that. Maybe I just didn't give it much of a chance. But yeah, that was my 2 cents. The character designs and world design was great though. I do have to hand it to Chowder for that. That was definitely a step above what was being produced elsewise with like lore and world building and stuff. It just had a fun world to be in. But like I didn't have much yeah, Chowder for You is an A raging. Yeah, that's what I think most people would probably put it as like an A or an S, but yeah, sorry. It's a hot take, but it's just a B for me. I'm sorry. Clarence is a C. C for Clarence. It was the only thing I remember about it is the main character had like a weird deep voice. Everything else, like I couldn't even recall like a single episode, but it was definitely there for like brain cannon fodder, we'll call it. But again, just me. I'm sure a lot of people have more attachment to it, but yeah, Raging, you thought it was good too? Yeah, like I'm sure it was just like when I came into it, but I came into it kind of like when I was nearing the end of my watching TV craze, kick, rampage, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it never clung on to me, so that's where I stand with it. Class of 3000, bitch. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you a bitch, but you watching, you're lovely. But Class of 3000, way underrated. It slapped. It was so good. Uh, Class of 3000 went like well before its time too. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Uh, this may shock you, but I never saw it. I know it was a really big franchise back in the day, but I never got around to it. Ah, Raging Witcher, you never heard of Class. Yeah, Class of 3000, if you ever like get a chance to watch it somehow like on a streaming service, I don't know what streaming services have anymore because I don't really tend to watch them, but if you ever get a chance, Class of 3000 fucking rules. I would definitely recommend it. And I don't mean to be like overhyping it because, I put it in A, I didn't put it in S, but it's really good. Code Lyoko, I remember it. It's good, but I think it's just good. Uh, the designs were like, they were iconic, truly. And it was cool how it had like two different designs, like the 3D models and the 2D models. And you always remember the memes about like how big their foreheads were and stuff, but it was fun. I always tuned in for it if I could, but yeah, it was just good. There were many shows better, but it was good. Codename Kids Next Door. This was fucking S tier. This was my jam as a kid. And as an adult, I don't know if I'm like legally obligated to say that it sucks now, because I'm on the adult side. I'm a bad guy now. But holy shit, I fucking loved this show as a kid. It was great. It boosted the imagination. When you like go outside and play, it like boosted the imagination for like what you'd want to go do outside, all that kind of stuff. Do kids even like go outside anymore? I think they just like everyone's an iPad kid anymore. But yeah, Codename Kids Next Door really fueled imagination and fun with like playing with other friends and stuff. It was great. Courage the Cowardly Dog, another S, easy S. And if I'm feeling courageous, no pun intended, I actually did not mean to make that joke, but that was grade A timing unintentionally. Uh, I may go through S to like rank the order of goodness for these. Still can't exactly speak for the brave and the bold, but I'm taking Raging Witcher's word for it. So but all the other stuff that I do know, I might go and arrange that in order. We'll see. It's only if I'm feeling wacky at the end. Cow and Chicken is good. Not great, but good. It's memorable. The red guy, this guy, I think that was his name. It was something like that. He like basically carried the show every time he was in a scene, but like all the other scenes and stuff was like it was gross. It was a major pioneer in like the gross out humor factor type of thing that like Cartoon Network kind of seemed to adopt a little more hardcore later. But yeah, it was good. You had to have a strong stomach though. Craig of the Creek, I've heard it's good, but I never watched it. So I have to put it here, I'm sorry. The Cramp Twins it was average. I don't even remember it that well. I mostly more than anything remembered the art style here, which you can see. It's got a distinctive art style, but no, it wasn't Raging. It was Craig of the Creek wasn't good. Maybe I'm remembering that incorrectly and mixing it up with another show. I don't know. It was after my time, so I've got no clue. I remember hearing the name, but that's about it. But yeah, that might be on the list, Raging. We'll see. I don't want to I don't want to give myself too much spoilers because I'm trying to I want to be delightfully surprised with some of this, but oh, fuck, yeah. No, never mind. You are right, Raging. Yeah, Ren and Stimpy really did like Cow and Chicken was one of the first, but yeah, Ren and Stimpy probably did like actually probably was the first with the gross humor. God, that was definitely before its time. Oh, I gotta say, it was it was underrated for its time because of it though. Superhero Girls, never watched it. I heard of it. I wanted to watch it, just never did. Never got the chance. Dexter's Lab, A tier. That's fucked up, by the way. I know this is like supposed to be a whole wholesome picture and stuff. She's wearing a skirt though, like a very short skirt and sitting on top of his head. So for that I almost want to bump it down to B, but I won't. That's fucked up though. What are you thinking, Dexter's Laboratory developers? Uh any of the How to Train Your Dragon stuff I never watched aside from the like first movie. Oh man, as a kid though, I had a fucking crush on both those main characters. Duck Dodgers, this was good. Was it great though? Uh, was it? Yeah, yeah. Dude, the mom from Dexter's Laboratory, yeah, that almost bumps it up to an S tier by itself. Holy shit. Even still holds up. Duck Dodgers is fuck. Okay, I remember it being on a lot. Maybe nostalgia's playing into this a little bit because I watched it a shitload, but I'm gonna put it at A. But it was good. It was entertaining when it was on. So it's not like again, Teen Titans Go. It's not like they were cramming it down your throat whether it's good or not, because it was actually good. Ed and Eddie, S tier. All day, every day, fight me. I gotta scroll up for this. I gotta zoom out a little bit actually now. I'll zoom back in for like special cases where I have to and yeah, Raging, you're right. This is like mostly nostalgia, but I'm trying to give most of this a fair shake, but yeah, honestly most of these are going to be influenced by nostalgia. But I'm trying my damnedest truly to make it kind of fair. Fair-ish. Evil Con Carne, it was good, but it wasn't great. The attached show that will be here later, I'm confident, was better. Yeah, here it is right here. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's rip the band-aid off. That's S tier as well. But Chili Con Carne was like it was lesser. It spawned the meme of like the the guy with the hook hand, I forget his name. The badass guy that's like, no one's born cool aside from, insert meme here. But aside from that, it was just kind of it was good, but it wasn't the best. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends was A tier. Oh, that theme song went so hard. That almost hypes you up more than the actual show itself, but I digress. It was a good theme for a good show. I mean a great theme for a great show, I'm sorry, because this is great, not good. There's a diff, I guess. The Garfield show, I never watched it. I love cats. I liked watching or not watching, reading rather the Garfield comics at a point in time in my life, but the show never drew me in. Uh, what is this? Rex? Something Rex? God, okay, okay. Tier Maker. I mentioned this before, but I'm just gonna mention it again. on the off chance that you somehow hear this, please, please, please add a function where you can hover over something and see the full title. Like as a little pop-up window, you know? That's all I ask for. Generates... Oh my god. Generator Rex. Yes, thank you, Raging Witcher. I knew I recognized the Rex part, I just couldn't remember the rest of the title. But, I watched very minimal of it. So, I don't know if I could fully judge it, really. But, I would put it in probably the never watched, because, like, I, here. Here, Raging Witcher, where would you put it? I'm sorry, this is a co-show now. I'm afraid to put it here, because, like, I know I saw a bit of it, I just didn't give it much of a chance, and it was basically, like, over before I got the chance. All I know is the guy on the left here kind of looks like he's from the Matrix or something. Here, A tier for you. I'll believe you. I'm pretty sure it had, like, the potential to be a good show and everything. I never got the chance. It was like a Midsummer Night's Dream. Gone with the Wind before I could remember it, you know? Oh, the animated George of the Jungle, holy shit. I forgot that even existed. That being said, it was like a C or B. I'd say probably C, because I did forget it. It'd be hard to justify putting it at B if I didn't remember it until I was reminded. So yeah, it's a C. Green Lantern, the animated series, I just gave my opinion on superhero stuff. I wasn't too into it. So yeah. I mean, Ben 10 kind of counts, I guess, too, but he's not like a Marvel DC thing. That's more what I'm referring to when I say that. So Grim and Evil, this splits the difference between Billy and Mandy and Evil Con Carne. So that's an A. Because, you know, it had a Grim, and it had, oh my god, what was this silly bear's name? Bozo or something? It started with a B. Bosco. It was Bosco. So it kind of like, it met them in the middle, you know? A nice sandwich. And I didn't even plan there to be a tier in between them, but it worked very well. And if I was thinking about it, I would have done the same thing, so. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Again, no choice. It's how it is. These both go, like, hand in hand. He-Man and Captain Planet. That was one of the peaks of Cartoon Network. I will say Cartoon Network had more than one peak, and a lot of people think it only had one peak. But, yeah, that was definitely one of them, was when it had, like, these shows. And, oh my god, I just fucking realized something else that isn't on here, I don't think. Because it was too old. Here's the joke spinoff for the name, anyway. And this is bad. Johnny Test. I'm sorry. I know some people like this show, but fuck this show. Fuck this show beyond belief. Like, literally one of the worst shows on Cartoon Network ever. And actually, as a matter of fact, you know what? I'll do you one extra. I'm adding an F tier just for this show. There. I feel like that's just right. But yeah, Johnny Quest is the other show I was starting to talk about. Johnny Quest ruled. Johnny Test sucks. It sucks tests. You know what I'm saying? Like, not the good ones. I mean, I suck tests too, but, like, good ones, you know? Nothing but the worst for Johnny Test, though. Hi Hi Puffy Amiyumi, I loved this show. It was great. And I'm sorry, it's bias. It was, when it came out, struck right, everything like that. Loved that show. I Am Weasel, it was, here, where did I put it? Yeah, right by Cow and Chicken. It basically felt like more of the same because it was a spin-off show from Cow and Chicken, or like the like, what do you call them, like interludes, whatever the hell they were. Is Tom and Jerry there? That's a good question, Raging, actually. Fucking better be on here. That's like an iconic show. Uh, there's no way that was too early, because, like, that went on for so long. I don't fucking see it anywhere here. Are you kidding me? No Tom and Jerry? Whoa, 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 whoa. Here. Hold on. I gotta zoom in to make fucking sure. I find that absurd if it... Oh no, never mind. I thought this went in, like, strictly alphabetical order, but there's some stuff out of order, I think. Maybe? No, yeah, there's Batman, the animated series. That's not way down there. I want to fucking know now. I was just gonna go through the rest of the stuff to eventually get to it, but now I gotta know. I don't goddamn see it here anywhere. Okay, okay, whoever made this list. Yeah, annoying oranges there, but not Tom and Jerry? Abso-fucking-lutely. Here, just for that, you get a fucking poop emoji. That's stupid. Here, I'll place it on the list spiritually after I'm done with everything else. I'll see if there's anything else missing though that's iconic. Uh okay, Infinity Train, I have never even heard of that. Here, let me zoom in real quick to make sure it doesn't look familiar at the very least. I'm sorry, I abuse this zoom function, I really do. Yeah, I've never seen this. That doesn't even look remotely familiar. I like the like environmental design and everything, but it looks like it could be cool. I just haven't watched it. Don't even know how I would. Johnny Bravo is an A. Maybe an S. We'll see. It's one of those we'll see things. Okay, this is... this might get me canceled. At the risk of it, Justice League is D. I couldn't even put it at C, because like when it showed up, when it turned on a Cartoon Network, I would every single time switch it to either Nickelodeon or Disney. I would always see what else is on, because I'm just like, I don't want to watch this. And I guess maybe it's because it was like, when I was younger, it was like too adulty for me. But it just didn't captivate me. Never wanted to watch it. And yeah, Raging, be thankful you did never watch it, because it's just take my word for it. Everyone on the internet, worldwide, knows that Wield is the one and only perspective for cartoons that you ever need. Forget Saber Spark, forget Mark. Yeah, Wield is the only thing you need, so... I'm kidding, by the way, I really love both of those channels, so... Justice League, what is this, Universe or something? It starts with a U. Ultimate? Plus Ultra? Yeah, I can't even read that because it's just so unlimited, it looks like. Justice League Unlimited. Okay, yeah, yeah. I've heard of that. Is Looney Tunes here? I see the Looney Tunes show, which isn't the original. And I think I saw... No, I already ranked it. Baby Looney Tunes. I don't know about the original, though. Man, this is really pissing me off. Yeah, I don't see it anywhere. Whoever made... Here. Does it say who made this? I don't see a name. Whoever you are, DM me. We're gonna fight. I also don't see the original Scooby-Doo either. I see What's New Scooby-Doo, that's the oldest one I see, but I don't see the original. And I've got issue with that as well. This is fucked, dude. And you added Annoying Orange. As Raging Witcher has said, You added annoying orange, but you didn't add the other stuff. Oh yeah, here's Mystery Incorporated. Not the original Scooby-Doo, though? You're really gonna do your boy dirty like that? Your boy Wield? The fuck ever. Yeah, as I said, I'll spiritually rank all those, though. But yeah, Unlimited or United, whatever this was called, never watched it. I'd probably put it in D as well, though, because, same with this. Oh no, actually, wait. This almost looks like a Teen Titans Go situation. You see the animation difference? I'd probably put that in, like... Nah, I couldn't put it in Johnny fucking Test. Never mind. It would be D, probably. Something else has to be, like, really bad. Really, really bad for me to put it here with Johnny Test. Crypto was, average. That technically wasn't a DC, like, superhero thing, like, in a conventional sense. I mean, it was, like, DC adjacent and related, but... Yeah, it's C. I don't need to elaborate further. You get it. And if you don't get it, then I'm sorry. League of Super Evil. I have never heard of this. Does this look familiar? Zoom in again. Enhance. Yeah, not looking familiar to me, Chief. I like this wacky guy on the left here, though. If I can... Oh god, it scrolls so much when I zoom. I like this guy on the left, though. He looks like he has, like, nutted. This is, like, immediately post-nut. Maybe even mid-nut. Not like Mid-Nuh from, The Legend of Zelda, but mid-nut. The Life and Times of Juniper Lee. I actually liked this show. I put this B. I don't think I could rightfully give it A, but I'm comfy with B. It was good. Long Live the Royals. Never heard of that either. Yeah, what is this? I don't know. I've got no clue. Looney Tunes show. This was, it was a B. It was actually surprisingly good. Because, like, usually with, like, quote, reboots, I don't know if you could call this a reboot, with stuff where, like, they revamp the art style and everything like that, it's usually pretty bad, but this was actually surprisingly good for, a show that did that. This is Mad TV. I know a lot of people are crazy for this. This might be a little bit of a controversial pick, but it's C for me. It was alright. It was serviceable, but didn't really do it for me. But if it was on, I'd watch it. What is this? I'm kind of sorry I don't know this next thing, because, like, I like the art style already. Mau Mau Heroes of Pure Heart. I love the character designs. Unfortunately, never heard of it, but I do love the character designs, and that's always important, especially when you're a kid. Like, character design is really important when you're a kid. Oh, and you'd say D for Mad? Yeah, see, okay, I'm not the only one here. Thank you. Thank you, Raging. You validate me. So yeah, C was generous for me. But yeah, for Mau Mau, I'm sorry. Just never heard of it, but... Actually, this character, the main character here, the design kind of reminds me of Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon. But, like, I love that design, so... I mean, what can I really say about it? Black Cats, Toothless, that design, like that, you know, the black silhouette with, like, the pointy ears like that and the, like, vibrant eyes that kind of, like, contrast it. I'm a sucker for that design. It's always good. The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack, another one that was, very underrated, in my opinion. This was, basically, Flapjack. I have the opinion of this that most people do with chowder. And yeah, you say S for flapjack raging. I'm on the border with that. Now, you know what? Since you say S and I was on the border of it, we'll put it at S. I think it deserves it, actually. It was good. It was really dark, surprisingly. Like it's got a like wacky, it's a cartoon, of course it's wacky. But it'll take. What, for putting that at S? I hope you were talking about something else. But yeah, Flapjack was like despite the fact that it was like goofy, because of course it was a cartoon, it was kind of dark in some areas. But it was great. Absolutely great. I actually love the dark stuff. So if you have like, uh you got edgy stuff like that as a kid and I was able to watch it without my mom busting in and being like, turn that fucking shit off. Because she cussed a lot when I was a kid. It was fine if she did that, but I couldn't watch some certain things. Uh, yeah, if I could watch that without her getting onto me, that's a W for me. Mega's XLR. This was, it was A. I was flipping between B and A, but it was an A. Again, I feel like it was underrated. It went really short. Oh, hi, by the way, Drax. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, Mega's XLR went like either it went a short time or it aired a short time. I don't remember, but I always loved it. I loved this big guy here with the wrench. I forget his name. I forget fucking everything about this show really, but I remember it. I loved watching it. Oh, what the hell was his name? Oh my god, what did I fucking do? No, 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 no. I pushed a button. Oh, thank god, I love this website. Ooh. Oh, that was... I pushed backspace. I was trying to zoom in and out. God, that saved my whole entire career. And then the take of Justice League probably fucked it all up again, so it evens out. I'm back to normal. I gotta take a drink of water. I've been talking a lot. Oh god, water's fucking good shit when you talk so much. Okay, so, eggs and bacon in your mouth? Oh, Drax. Drax knows how to live. Well, allow me to have some takes that I'm sure will ruin your day and bring you back down from, having eggs and bacon in your mouth. Mighty Magiswords. I have heard of it. I never watched it. And I've only heard the name like once or twice, so I didn't even hear it like that much. But that show could be literally anything. I've never heard anything besides the name. Actually, I think maybe Saberspark talked about it a bit. So, if you want to watch like an actual good content creator, definitely watch Saberspark instead of me. Mike Lou and Og. This was I always loved this show. I looked forward to it coming on. Again, very tragically cut shorter than it needed to be. Why is there only a Mike and Lou and no Og on the... Wait, no. I think this was Og on here. Why is there no Mike then? No, yeah, I think that was Og. I think Og had the nose ring. But yeah, that show ruled. I always looked forward to it. The free... yeah, Raging, you know the one. I'm not gonna elaborate further on that. I was a fan of him before I even knew, and it only amplified my love. I'm sorry. Mixels, I have literally never heard of that. This looks like a... Strangely enough, this kind of looks like something that would be on, like, Newgrounds or something back in the day. Weird. But yeah, this doesn't look familiar, doesn't sound familiar, nothing. As a matter of fact, like, I wouldn't even be surprised if you told me this was, like, a Nick show instead. Looks like a Nickelodeon show. That's strange. Oh, L take, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Raging. I don't mean to do you dirty like that. Who you? No, not you, Draxo. We were talking about Saber Spark. He's a he's a YouTuber. He's a quote unquote not a furry, but let's be entirely honest, he's a furry. I'm pretty sure it's like a running joke that he says he's not a furry, but he totally is. We all know it. Everyone does. The Moxie Show? My God, another one I've never heard of. Doesn't even look remotely familiar. God, there's more like shows I've never heard of than I thought there would be on this list. I thought it was like a I mean, I am a Cartoon Network veteran, but I guess I got honorably discharged before my time. So that's a what is this? That's for sure. Actually, here I'm gonna establish like a difference here too, because I don't feel like what is it and never watch slash don't remember do this justice. So I'm going to there never heard of it is a little better, slightly more descriptive, I think. Ain't no way Powerpuff Girls is an L. I'll get to that. I guess Raging is maybe given his opinion on that, but here you can yell at me for my opinion when it comes up on any given show. I'll give you ample opportunity to like, cuss and yell at your monitor or television or phone or whatever you're watching on. Mucha Lucha was a B. It was good. There were better shows, but it was fun. I liked Luchadors. Still do, really. Luchadors rule. I guess I should probably speed this up. There's still, like, a lot to go. Fuck. Okay, my gym partner's a monkey is, yeah, same tier. B. I'd say B. Ninjago. This one's gonna get me some hate. I know this was very beloved for some people, but this was a C for me. And, this comes full circle back to what we were saying before. This is all, like, nostalgia driven. Or at least a whole lot of it, if not everything. But, yeah, Ninjago, it never really captivated me. But it was like, if it was on, I'd watch it. But, yeah, better than D. Thank you, Jax. I'll take it. You're gonna find me and fight me. I'm sorry, Raging. I'm very sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do you dirty like that. It might just be one of those, like, again, like, I didn't give it enough of a chance type of things, but it just never captivated me. And if it was on, I'd watch it, but, like, I'd never, like, I'd say probably, like, B, I'd lightly go out of my way. I'd prefer it to other stuff on TV. A and S, I'd say I'd specifically go out of my way for sure to watch it. But C was just like, if it's on, I'll watch it, sure. But I'd usually like tune it out and stuff. Uh, I'm sorry, Raging. It doesn't feel good. But it's just how it is. You gotta go with your heart. Even if my heart is a disgusting, greasy trap, it's what I have in that disgusting, greasy trap. Okay, KO. Unfortunately, this was after my time. So I never watched it. But I've heard it's good. Same with Over the Garden Wall, and I've actually wanted to watch this just because I've heard it's so good. But I never got the chance for Over the Garden Wall. I know there's some people that, like, they fucking swear by that show. But yeah, just never got the chance. Maybe if it's on Netflix, I can watch it, but I'm very limited with what I have watched and what I can watch and what I care to go out of my way to watch. But Over the Garden Wall, I do want to watch still. As, a very grown adult. That ain't gonna stop me. I still like cartoons. Ozzy and Drix, that was Did they have Will Smith as the voice for Ozzy in the actual show? I don't remember. Uh, Here, I'm gonna put it at C real quick, and I'm gonna look at this. Uh, Here, right here. I'm doing this off screen in case I accidentally dox myself with my browser or something. Uh, Here we go. I probably could have worded that better, but I'm trying here. I just need to know the voice actor, that's all I need. No, that's the one for Drix. What is Ozzy? I know what he is. He's an amoeba. Or a something in the body. I think an amoeba. It's the voice of no. Okay, so the long and short of it is I don't fucking know because they won't tell me. Got it, cool. Ugh. And yeah, raging, that's why I was doing that for the weird porn. That's totally it. No. Life hack though. Just use your phone for porn. That's what I do. That way I can't accidentally do that. But yeah, regardless of who the voice actor would have been for Ozzy, I still think it was C. It was just a curiosity thing. I wanted to keep you in suspense though. The Powerpuff Girls, the original. This is the original. And yeah, Drax, I totally agree with you. It's S tier. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. Because it was just great. The reboot, however. Fuck the reboot. This is actually going down with Johnny Test. I did say that Johnny Test was the worst thing that Cartoon Network has done, but it was a tie. I wanted to like it so bad just because I loved the original. It was so fucking bad, though. Irredeemable. Unforgivable. It's kind of funny that, like, both versions are, like, the polar opposites of one another. What is this? Oh my god. The Problem Solvers? This looks like some fucking Cruelty Squad shit. This is like... This is ugly to look at, even just this. I've never seen it. Whoops, that's... Oh my god, I did it again. I'm sorry. Why do I keep accidentally pushing backspace? I'm so glad this saves my progress, though. I would have given up the first time if it didn't. Let's be real. F for Problem Solvers? Is it, like, as bad as I say Johnny Test is? Because, like, even just looking at it, I'd be comfortable putting it down there even without seeing it. It is bad to look at. Jesus Christ. Like, okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm zooming back in on this. Full force this time. For anyone who doesn't know this show, like, look at this. This hurts to look at. That's awful. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Raging Witcher opinion here. Not even gonna put it in I've never watched it. That's all I need to see. Regular show. Not C, sorry, I had to scroll. That's S tier. All day, every day. I fucking love it. What? Drax, you're whatting me about that? Is that what you're whatting me about? I will turn this car around, young man. I'll do it. Robot Boy, I vaguely remember this. Very vaguely. It was a C. I'm kind of contemplating doing another tier here as well. Here, yeah. This is gonna be a niche tier. Very niche, but I feel like there's a few things that are like, I really need this tier for. Yeah, sure, for obscurity's sake. No, that doesn't... There, that blends a bit more. Oh, that's hard to read, though. Never mind. Oh, wait, I did the wrong fucking tier. I'm stupid. What? Wield being stupid? Never heard of it. That's the tier I meant. There we go, and this is for, Oh, okay. You were saying, you were saying the thing about Samurai Jack. Or were you? I'm lost in this conversation now, I'm sorry. I look away for 2 seconds. I will turn this car around, though, if you say regular shows anything short of S. So this is going to be C, but forgettable. And I hope that makes sense with context, but it's like it was average, but like I don't remember the show very much because it was like it was on but you tuned it out, you know? And I hope that makes some degree of sense. And I actually have like a lot of this C tier in this. That's why I wanted to make an extra tier for it. Yeah, Matt also was actually. And I'm kind of bordering on a... Now I do remember it actually, but I'm bordering on my on what Raging was saying about this being D. But we'll see. Maybe I'm generous, maybe not. Is there a way to center this text? That's driving me crazy. Why does that happen? It's fucking weird. Ugh. Drax. And I'll get to it when I get to Samurai Jack. It's only one pick away, and I've never heard of Robotomy, so it's right now. So, yeah, I wanna hear both of your opinions here. Raging and Drax both. What would you put Samurai Jack? I just want to hear. It's not gonna influence my decision any, but I just want to know. I want to know who I can and cannot respect. I'm kidding, I respect and love both of you, but I just want to know. It's just for curiosity. Oh, Drax. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I hope I had you for a second, by the way, Drax. But no, it's S. You see, look, you see Adventure Time. You see, Courage, the Cowardly Dog. Flapjack. With a little bit of convincing. Powerpuff Girls, regular show. These are all, like, not options to be lower. Samurai Jack is definitely in that tier as well. Yeah, opinions, Drax. Definitely opinions. Ah. How dare you do this to me? Okay, Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. C. Forgettable. The, oh, sorry, I need a drink of water. I'll amass my thoughts here too while I do it. I needed a double barrel special there and have 2 sips. But yeah. Anything Scooby-Doo, as far as I'm concerned, beyond, the original and... Sorry, spoilers for it. I guess I'll do it now since I'm talking about it. What's new Scooby-Doo? Everything else beyond that is just forgettable in my opinion. Where did it go? I saw it. I was trying not to give spoilers for my opinions with stuff later, but oh my god, I can't even find it now. There's just so much. It's really difficult when, like, everything is supposed to be eye-catching. If everything's eye-catching, nothing is, you know? That's the problem here. uh... Here, and you can get a little sneak peek as to, other stuff I'm going to be ranking here in a sec, too. Actually, yeah, let's rip this band-aid off real quick, too, while I'm at it. I know this wasn't what I was aiming to do, but... Annoying Orange. Fuck you. Absolutely fuck you. I don't think that's a hot take. Oh my god, was it not on here? I could have sworn I saw What's New Scooby-Doo on here. Oh my god. Again, just so many, like, so many things that are trying to pop in different ways at the same time. Did I already rank it? There's no way I already ranked this. Oh. And hey, hey, hey. Kids, no fighting in the chat, okay? Even though Drax's opinion may be wrong, don't beat him up over it. It could be like me with, you know, Ninjago and, what was the other one that I had in mind? Oh my god, where was it? I don't even remember. Where, like, it might not have just gotten enough of a chance, you know? Yeah, let's be honest, Raging Witcher does kind of live up to the name a little bit, but, you know, in all fairness, you did provoke him. Saying that Samurai Jack is a C is a little harsh, I think. Even if you don't like it very much, that's a little harsh. It was a great fucking show. But it's S. I'm sorry, it's S. Okay, whatever. I'll get to What's New Scooby-Doo if it shows up. Secret Mountain Fort Awesome. That literally sounds like someone had a wheel of raging. Don't be like that. We love you. Or at least I do. Maybe Drax is in the same boat, but like, yeah. Come on, we're buddies here. I put Samurai Jack at S. It's S for Samurai, you know? But yeah, Secret Mountain Fort Awesome literally sounds like there was like a bunch of words that were put on a wheel and they just spun it 4 times. This is also unpleasing to look at, but not as bad as here, I'm gonna put this up here for a second to compare the two. It's comparable, but it's still not as bad. But I mean, am I wrong? There's a butt head right here and right here. Everything's ugly. This kind of has more of a super jail type of feel, which I like and respect, but it's still ugly. It's not good. But I've never watched it, so I'm gonna put it down here, and I've never watched. I have heard of it, I think, but very vague. Very vague. Oh, you want me to put it with Annoying Orange? Well, I'll take your word for it, because, as I said, it's an eyesore just like the Problem Solvers, so... Yeah, fuck that show just for, like, I could take it to court for assault, because it has assaulted my eyes. Just from this one picture. Don't even need to see it in motion. The Secret Saturdays, oh my god, another show I fucking forgot existed. This was a B. I couldn't put it as a C, even though I did forget it until it was mentioned again. But it was good. Put it in the Johnny head ass category. Yeah, I I'm gonna agree again. Just purely on visuals in your word, it's all I need. I absolutely believe you. Sheep in the Big City. Uh, so this was C, but I do remember it. It was fun when it was on, but again, if something better was on, I'd always tune to it. So, but if it was on, I'd usually watch it without trying to actively look for something else. Uh-oh. Have I raged my local Witcher again? You don't like beef for Secret Saturdays? You think it should be higher or lower? Skunk Fu, I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that in my entire life. Skunks are cute, though. This is a cute character design. But yeah, I've never heard of it. Sonic Boom is, it's got its moments. It's got its moments, so for that, I'm putting it at B. There's some stuff that I could say knocks it down to C, but I'm feeling generous. And I'm sorry to say this, but I am a Sonic fanboy, so I haven't played every single Sonic game. I'm not like a 100% if it's Sonic, I'll eat it up type of person, but I am a Sonic fan. And it's got its moments. So, and although what they did to Knuckles' design is a little like we'll say jarring. That's the nice term for it. It is jarring, but I do kind of like it in ways because it's like characteristic of him. But I'm mixed. I'm mixed, okay? Yeah, it's B. Space Ghost. It was a pioneer. It's an A. It's gotta be. It's like one of the first Adult Swim shows. Symbolic. I don't think I know of anyone who didn't like it, that watched it. I don't recall a single person anyway. And yeah, B for Knuckles. So, Sonic Boom it's good there. But yeah, Space Ghost Coast to Coast it's a fucking icon. An icon of a bygone era. And I wish it would come back. They fucking need to. Squirrel Boy it was forgettable. I watched it, but it was forgettable. I couldn't recall a single episode. Nope, I recall one episode, and I don't even remember if it's this show or if it was something else, honestly. No, it was this show, because I remember this guy. It was this kid here, and I don't remember the context of anything else. No, wait, it's coming back to me. I am, like, procedurally remembering this show. It was this one episode, it's the only one I remember, and, like, they switched places. So, like, the squirrel is, like, normally the kid's pet, but in this episode, the kid was the squirrel's pet. I don't remember why. I think it was, like, a dare or something. But, they can both talk. The squirrel can talk. And, I just remember this one specific thing when, like, the kid went out in their front yard and, like, he, like, just started, like, dragging his ass along the lawn. And he's just like, hey, look, I'm a pet. I'm dragging my butt on the lawn. And that's literally all I remember. That's all I remember that whole show. So yeah, it's a C but forgettable. That's all I remember of it. So it's a very good memory, I guess. So kudos to them for that. That was the reason they made the whole show. Oh, and is this Cartoon Network cartoons or Adult Swim too? I honestly think that Space Ghost was the only Adult Swim show on here. Come to think of it, there's What's New Scooby-Doo. Finally found it like years later. But sorry, I put it up here to separate it. It's not bad. I just wanted to look here real quick. Yeah, I don't see anything else that's Adult Swim. That's weird. I guess I guess Space Ghost was just a pioneer. But What's New Scooby-Doo would be that'd be A. Nah, it's B. It's B. I was gonna say A, but then I remembered like in comparison to like the original Scooby-Doo, it's got to be one tier lower. The normal like the original Scooby-Doo would be here in A. And I don't think this deserves to share a uh, a time slot, a tier ranking with the original Scooby-Doo. And that could just be me, but you know, that's just how it goes. That and also the first Scooby-Doo movie, Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. That went hard too. That also goes with A, even though it was kind of closer to the What's New Scooby-Doo type of like animation style and everything. Ooh. Wait, what? There's two different The Clone Wars? I didn't even know that. Oh, there's like an animated one and there's a 3D one. That's weird. I somehow never knew that. That's really strange. Well, okay, well, spoilers for that, I guess, but I haven't even heard of the animated one. So yeah, I have to put that in never heard of it, because I didn't even know there was, like, an animated version of Clone Wars. That's wild to me. I never fucking knew. Wow. Oh my god. Oh no. Ah, raging. Please. You're gonna fucking crucify me for this. It was forgettable. I'm not a Star Wars person. I'm so sorry. I understand if you want to unfollow me. I'm so sorry. It just. Look, okay, as I said, I'm not a Star Wars person, so, like, taking that into consideration, I didn't have, like, an initial draw to it. Okay, that's my defense. And I'm sorry, I'll see you in court, and, I will, I'll be willing to pay a settlement or something. But, yeah. It just, like, No, you're right. Fair. It is better than Mad. No, you make a very good defense, actually. Yeah, and Green Lantern, yeah. Also, why isn't this unforgettable? That was forgettable. Superhero stuff. Bland. I say that as Static Shock comes up, and I'm putting that at B. Ugh. And yeah, Raging, I'm sorry, the story, I'm sure the story was great. I'm sure it had like a great universe, everything. I wasn't a Star Wars kid. I watched like the very first movie? That was what, episode 4? Is that right? Am I getting that right? I watched like the first one that was released, and that was about it. So I'd never got into Star Wars very much, so I wasn't like familiar with the universe and lore and everything like that, so I know, I'm sorry. I am a wanker. It's true. I hope Twitch can't like ban me for that word. I mean, if so, I mean, like, as I've said, every single person that's streamed ever has been banned. So I don't know. If it happens, it happens. But yeah, a W word. I am a W word. Steven Universe. Hmm. Sorry, never watched it. May be shocking. Funny enough, I'm so unfamiliar with Steven Universe, as a matter of fact. I thought that was Disney for some reason. I think I'm getting it mixed up with some other, like, similar-ish show. Gravity Falls, is that right? That was Disney, right? I don't think that was Cartoon Network anyway. But yeah, I never watched it. I heard it was good. I know it has like a fucking rabid fan base. So if anyone that is a universe head and is watching this, I'm probably going to have a hit out for me pretty soon. So yeah, if I never stream again, you'll know why. But yeah, never watched it. But yeah, it's got a fucking vicious hardcore fan base, so has to be good to some degree. I just wouldn't be able to tell you myself. Storm Hawks. This text is atrocious and nearly unreadable. But I've never heard of it, never even heard the name. Drax, my man, you change colors more often than I change clothes. I'm kidding, it's probably about the same, actually. That was a joke. It was a joke, don't you me. And what has a raved fan base? That's a Steven Universe. Steven Universe fans are like, they are adamant about their show. Okay, you're joking also in a different color again, so. Now, even though it was a joke, you're actually kind of proving me right. So thanks for that. You validated me. Take that. I'm a rainbow. Okay, okay. Real talk related to that, Drax. Am I the only person on Twitch that's like really upset that there's not an option to like have a rainbow color setting? Like, there's a different color for each letter in your name? Because that'd be fucking rad. That should at least be like a Pride Month thing or something. I think so, anyway. But yeah, Summer Camp Island, also never heard of it. This white. Oh, I'm sorry, I gotta zoom in again. Enhance. This art style looks like fucking weird. Yeah, this kind of almost reminds me of like I was gonna say like cartoons I've seen on YouTube, but I've seen stuff of better quality than that. It looks weird. And I'm sorry if you like this show, but never heard of it or watched it, but I'm not a big fan of the art style, at least with this picture. Doesn't do it much justice. This looks like a man-child baby. They all do. Ugh. And yeah, I don't want to say that myself, Drax, but I also we'll put it this way, I won't disagree. The thing about Twitch being ass. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's really going downhill, like social platform wise, like Twitch, YouTube, uh why can't I think of the name of it? Twitter. Like all three of them have just been like I've been waiting for them to get better again, and they're not. They're just either staying the same or getting worse. Specifically Twitter. Like I've avoided that like the plague. I've had my account. I made it. I made one tweet since I made the account for this, for being wheeled and all. And I keep waiting for it to get better before posting more. It just doesn't. So yeah. But I hate like a lot of social media in general. The only two things I've ever like really liked was Twitch and YouTube, and they're both kind of just like really shitting themselves making bad decisions left and right. So, but anyway, yeah, sorry. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Sunday Pants. Again, never heard of it. What the fuck is up with this show? I feel like I need to be like actually Googling these instead of like going off. What is. Oh, this is fucking weird. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna have to search this up, like image search this. It's fucking weird. This is some strange shit. Wait, was it summer or no, it's Sunday. Oh, I wanted to say summer pants. This definitely strikes me as one of those shows that, like, it was trying too hard to be weird for the sake of being weird. That's what I gather from this. Uh, fuck, I'm logged in. I don't want to dox myself. As I was just saying, that's the reason I search off the screen. That, and again, you really don't want to have, like, Rule 34 results or whatever. But, yeah. But yeah, if you don't know what Sunday Pants is either, it kind of strikes me as one of those shows that's like trying way too hard to be weird for the sake of being weird, and that's it. So I'd probably think it's a garbage show if I actually watched it, but I've never watched it. Yo, this fucking SWAT cats? Whoops. I know what this is, and this is the wrong thing I'm focused on. There we go. I was trying to zoom in on a different window. Yeah, SWAT cats. Never seen that. Almost got it mixed up with a different cats show. Well, I mean, I haven't seen it, but just out of curiosity, Raging, where would you place it? Because it sounds like you're a little hyped with the yo. It's just like for curiosity, because you know, like I do love cartoons. I never watch them anymore, but I've got like a kind of a soft spot for cartoons still, and like watching them every once in a while, you know. Symbionic Titans. I don't know if that's a plural or not, but I'd never even heard of that. Doesn't look familiar at all. This man is grumpy? Wow, this art style looks really inconsistent too. Like this guy looks like he's from a different cartoon than her, and she looks like she's from a different cartoon than him. That's all over the place. I don't hate it as much as this art style. I'd prefer the inconsistency because it's like, ugh. Hate it. Yeah, yeah, Raging. SWAT cats. What would you place that if this was your tier list order? Or your tier list? Because I've heard of SWAT cats, I've just never watched it. But I was just curious as to like what your opinion of SWAT cats was. Also, I didn't even realize that was a K in SWAT cats. Because of like how the K is. Because it's got the little cat scratch. It's kind of cute. I like it. Yeah, here, I'll look it up. I'm kind of interested. But of course I have to, again, do this on my... Here, with Google, I could probably, like, sign out. Although this will probably, like, probably sign me out of my YouTube as well. Here, actually, I got a better solution here. I think... Oh, please don't do anything embarrassing. You did. Here, get over here. Don't do anything bad. The fuck over here. Because I'm not signed in on a Firefox. I do know that. SWAT cats. Show me. Yeah. I get it. I never use you anymore. I'm sorry, Firefox. Oh, I have seen a bit of this. Very offhanded. I've only seen like snippets. I've never actually like watched it. But yeah, this does look familiar actually. I don't know why I couldn't place it in my head. How strange. Oh, you're going to sleep, Drax? Okay. Well, I hope you sleep well. Uh, please, don't have raging haunt your nightmares, calling all of your opinions and your dreams trash. Or do, I'm not the boss of you. If that's what you like, then... Yeah, I'll do my best to have a good stream. Good night, Drax. Thank you for hanging out. But yeah, raging. Where would you place it on the tier list though? Because I've seen a little tiny bit, but I haven't seen enough to actually be able to rank it, I don't think. So here, actually I'll place it where you want to place it, for that matter. Because, like, I mean, again, I would have loved it if I watched it. If fucking anything has cats in it, I'm always sold. And I know a lot of people do like SWAT cats. I've heard a lot of people like it. B? Okay, I can do that. And I don't think that would even be a controversial take unless someone would be like, oh, it should have been higher, BBB. But yeah, I'll trust your judgment on that. But yeah, cats fucking rule in general. Okay, so here it is. Teen Titans Go. The one I was talking about many, many times. So, you would expect this to probably be in the tier of Johnny Test, but I'm actually putting it in D. It is bad, don't get me wrong. But sometimes never mind. It's Johnny Test tier. I'm sorry. I just remembered they fucking twerk in this show. That automatically gets you into this tier. They did that with the fucking Powerpuff Girls reboot. I'm never gonna forgive them. Whoever rebooted the Powerpuff Girls. What the fuck? Give me your address. And hi, by the way, Woosley. I hope you're doing good. I'm just over here reminiscing on shows that they've ruined, like a true millennial. Now, Teen Titans, the original, on the other hand, easy all day, every day S tier. Again, very much not a hot take. That's like one of the coldest takes in history, I'm sure. But for good reason. That show ruled. It had fucking everything. Had comedy, romance, suspense, action. All the characters were cool. Had the original goth girl crush of literally everyone that was going through puberty. Had everything. Oh yeah, fucking oh, what was his face? Slade. That wasn't the name of his that I was trying to think of, but oh my god, why can't I think of his other name? He's got two names. But he was a fucking badass. He was such a cool villain. Ugh. You're only 1 day older than Ed, Edd, and Eddy Woosley? Wow. That's actually kind of cool. But I remember like when it first came out and I was like, I saw ads for it, they hyped up Ed, Edd, and Eddy so much. So it being an S tier is probably a little biased, but you know, you do what you gotta do, and I had to do it. Had to do it to them. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, really? That means Ed, Edd, and Eddy is 24 as well? What the fuck, dude? That came out like yesterday, didn't it? What the hell? Where'd time go? It doesn't exist. It's a figment of our imaginations. Ugh. Anyway, before I cry... Raging walking cane. Don't you think you're, like, being a little generous? I think I should be in a fucking wheelchair. Like an automatic one. Thundercats, A tier, maybe S? S is for the best of the best. I'm thinking here. I gotta register this. Here, I'm gonna stall for time here for a sec. Here, Woosley, since you're first coming in, let me, just give you a little peek of, like, all of the stuff I've sorted here thus far. That way, you know, if you hate me for some reason, or, I'm sorry, if you don't hate me, then you can find a reason to hate me. Somewhere here, I'm sure. And also, just as a disclaimer, Generator Rex and, oh, where is it? What else? Oh man, I'm stupid. I'm loading here. Sorry, I have a slow RAM, like, in my actual head. Okay, well, I remember Generator Rex, at the very least. Raging Witcher is the one that placed that one, so if you disagree with that, you're gonna have to fight him, not me. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you'll agree that this is scientifically accurate, pretty much. With a few blunders. I'm still on the verge of bringing Mad TV down to a D, but in due time. Okay, agreeable, that's good. I'll take it, Woosley, thank you. I feel validated. The S tier, I think, is probably the most important for people to agree with the exception of Captain Planet and He-Man, because that might have been before some people's time, so they wouldn't know. But aside from that, you know, if you don't agree with these, it's I don't know, it's gonna be a little rough. Gonna be a little rough with our friendship. Oh yeah, yeah, you would have made Chowder an A. Yeah, that's where my controversy comes into play. Where I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be canceled or something because, like, for some reason Chowder just didn't vibe with me. I mean, it was still good. I have to say it was good, but like, I'm sorry. It's just it wasn't on my wavelength. I hope that makes some degree of sense, and I hope that yeah, I'm not, like, you know, completely vandalized for that. Tig and Seek? Tig and Seek? I think it's Tig and Seek. That would make more sense. I've never heard of it though. This this logo looks like it's like on Nick Jr. or something though. Strange though. I've never heard of that. Time Squad is, man, one of the definitions of C but forgettable. I very vaguely remember the here, just to zoom in for visual sake. I very vaguely remember this robot guy and this buff stupid guy. And he was like the smart guy, he's the dumb guy. I don't even fucking remember the kid. But like, oh, where was it? Yeah, right here. Squirrel Boy. Look at this. They could be brothers. You notice a trend with the forgettable shows. It's just because they kind of blended together. Yeah, this guy too, actually. Now that I see it. With the forgettable shows, they've got like a formula. Oh god, have I upset you again, Raging Witcher? I'm sorry. Were you a Time Squad fan? Oh, you're looking at my tags. Okay. No, that's understandable. That's an understandable reaction. I've seen worse. I was just trying to push some boundaries. Oh, you never even noticed the submissive and breedable one? That's one of my favorites. That's been around since like basically the start of the channel. A lot of the other ones are new since my return, because I took a bit of a break because I was on vacation and stuff. And once I came back, I think I got rid of like basically everything but submissive and breedable, and I think like I think a few more, but yeah, Dawn Connoisseur is new. I felt like it was important though. This one's this is the original Total Drama Island, I think. Is that right? Yeah. I see Owen. I saw Owen before anyone else. Right, this is another one that has like a rabid fan base. But I won't be upsetting this one. S. Oh yeah, you follow because of submissive and breedable? That's reasonable. It's a good reason to follow anyone. It wasn't my goal to like lure in people with that and like make them follow me because of it, but if I saw another channel that had it, I'd probably do the same, so. Yeah, yeah, see? I knew it. I got some total drama heads up in here. The original Island is like, oh, it's the best. It's the best of all of them. Definitely couldn't be anything short of S. It was a fucking, it wasn't even a show, it was an event. And yeah, fun fact, that actually came from Canada. I, uh, I used to watch it on Teletoons before it came to America. Uh, what is this? The what? I lost, but I saw boobies. What more could a man ask? Exactly. God, it had such fucking great quotes, great characters. I love Total Drama Island so much. God, I want to go fucking watch that again now. I'm only hyping myself up. Oh, this is a Total Drama thing too. I've never heard of this one though. The Redonkulous Race. Oh, I see Owen again though. My man. But yeah, I've never heard of this one, so I can't rank it. Have you guys heard of the Redonkulous Race? Cause if so, I will take your ranking into consideration. Otherwise, I have to put it here because absolutely nothing I know of. Wait, it's Total Drama Island, but they're kids. So they did that like twice? Because there's a Total Drama Rama here too, and that's like the same thing. Man, they played way too hard into like the making shows kids thing. They do it way too much. I've never. No, I guess I've seen like a very select few shows do it like more than once, but it's rare. So yeah, I never watched Total Drama Rama either. But I'd think they're probably both bad if they're kids. I don't want to jump the gun or anything, but yeah. Yeah. I'm a I couldn't even place them in F because I don't know for sure, but yeah, definitely never watched. That's for sure. Totally Spies. My man. Maybe an S. I'm not sure. Mm. I never decided for sure with Thundercats either, actually. I think Thundercats is an A, though. That's a nostalgia thing. I bet if I went back and watched it now, it wouldn't be quite as good. Oh, God. I just realized the time. I have to AFK here in a sec. I'm gonna try to finish the rest of this list first, though. I should be fine. Oh my God, especially considering, like, I don't think I recognize most of the shows left over here. I see, like, two? Two that I recognize the name of? I think the rest of this is gonna be easy. Okay, but I don't know if Totally Spies is, like, A or S. Uh... Fuck. That's gotta be S. It was good. It was great. It was weird as fuck. Definitely awoke things in people. I can tell you that much for sure. But it's great. Transformers. I wasn't much of a Transformers person, so I never watched it. It wasn't even a like, you know, I watched it sometimes when it was on. I just never watched it. It's called Transformers what now? I just want to know for the record. It's been a while since I've zoomed in anyway, so. Oh, just Transformers animated. Okay. But yeah, it was like I woke things raging. Was that about the Totally Spies rank? I guess it probably wouldn't be about the Transformers, because putting something into never watched wouldn't be woke, but I'm sorry, Totally Spies ruled. I fucking loved it as a kid. Uncle Grandpa, I've heard of it, never watched it. It was after my time. Oh, I said woke things. I hope I didn't like go full like Oh, yeah, yeah. I said awoke things, not woke things. I'm sorry. I didn't mean like as in like Totally Spies was woke. Yeah, sorry. I should enunciate a little bit better. Uh but yeah, Totally Spies. Totally Spies I don't know, it could have made people woke too. I don't know. But yeah, this is like the speed round, I'm pretty sure the rest of this. Check this out. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. I guess I should probably name these so people know. Uh, that way all of the hot takes are on the table. Unikitty, never heard of it. Victor in... There's a word there. I can't read it. Victor and Valentino. I wanted to say in Valentino. Never heard of it. My god, it auto scrolls like this. It's weird. Uh, Villainous, never heard of it. I'm actually kind of surprised I've never heard of a show with a name like that. That just sounds like the name of a show that people should know. The Bear Bears? Oh, We Bear Bears, I'm sorry. I have heard of it, but I never watched it. What a cartoon. Holy shit, yeah. This one I've heard of. And it was a pioneer for like a bunch of stuff. So like, it's only right to put this in S, because it piloted a bunch of good shows that like actually lived, you know? It was like they launched shit to see what sticks. It did a lot for Cartoon Network. Oh my fucking god. Here, let me take a drink of water. Dude, I got hyped upon seeing this. Whatever happened to Robot Jones? Which is kind of a befitting name these days. But this show fucking slapped. It's not quite S, but it's A. Easy, comfortable A. Whatever happened to Robot Jones? Oh, such a good show. Shaolin Showdown. That was B. It was good. It was good, yeah. I think good is good. Young Justice, another forgettable superhero DC show. Not my jam. I appreciate and respect people that it was their jam, but it wasn't mine. Now, Hero 108, I remembered hearing a mention of it earlier in the chat, but I've never watched it or heard of it. Uh, Much to my dismay. I hate shows that I've never heard of, you know? Like, I don't hate the shows, but I hate the fact that I have never heard of them. And I want to hear of everything at least, you know? Thundercats Roar. I never even knew there was anything else associated with Thundercats on TV, aside from just the original show. Oh, it's got the new branding, that's why. It's like a reboot or something, isn't it? I bet it's a fucking reboot. Here, actually, now I gotta look it up. A very ugly reboot, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. For some reason, it's like really hard for them to even come up with new shows most of the time. They just gotta like reboot stuff in like the worst way. Ugh, I'm so. Why Thundercats of all things? That was like such a sacred relic. This doesn't even look like Thundercats. What is this? Ew. That was like a sacred relic of the past. Never even watched it, but fuck you. Fuck you for doing that. That's not even close to Thundercats. Okay, here. Batman the Animated Series. This was actually another good superhero thing. And I happen to notice that DC is the only one that actually did like the good, actually maybe even only cartoons. But it was B for Batman. That makes sense. It was good, but it wasn't like super great. In my opinion, because like, you know, Batman especially is like really played out, and Beyond was like the best iteration, so. And that includes like movies and live action and stuff. Batman Beyond was like the best Batman. Don't at me. Superman, the something blah blah generic, I don't care. Wouldn't watch. Never watch. Especially Superman. Superman's like the most boring hero of all of the heroes, and that's saying a lot. Elliot from East Earth? Elliot from Earth. I've never heard of that either. It's got a little dinosaur, a little goofy dinosaur though. We Baby Bears, that's a spin-off of We Bare Bears, isn't it? Never heard of it, but I'm pretty sure it would be bad, because that's insane to me. We Bare Bears was like after my time, right? So that was like relatively recent, all things considered, in the grand scheme of things for Cartoon Network. And even though it's like that recent, they had a spin-off with baby versions. That is crazy to me. Like, what the fuck? You'd think that, like, throughout the years they would have learned that, like, baby versions of shows just, like, in comparison to the original, always suck. Every time. What is the one that I placed high up here? Baby Looney Tunes, that's the highest I could give it. And it was a C. And even that, like, you know, I placed the Looney Tunes show above it. The original Looney Tunes would be an S easily, but it's not fucking on here. What the fuck, whoever made this list? Yeah, I do still have those to go through, I forgot. The stuff that isn't on here, that should be on here. All this never heard of. I didn't even know there was another Steven Universe thing either. Steven Universe Future? But that's not surprising, because, the good old S-U-U, the Steven Universe, really huge. I know a lot of people fucking loved it. As I've said. Okay, so that's all those. Now for the shit that should have been on here. God, I don't know how much effort it is to, like, add a whole ass thumbnail myself, so I'll just do it here like this. Visually. Can I add another one of these? I wish. I got fucking lucky this time, champ. Okay, so, right off the top of my head, S tier, Tom and Jerry, original Looney Tunes, Didn't see those on the list at all. What the fuck? Oh yeah, original Scooby-Doo as well. All three of those are like influential cartoons. They're like they shaped like Cartoon Network even existing, basically. All the Hanna-Barbera shit, like no Flintstones either, now I think about it. No Flintstones, they'd be up here. The Jetsons. Are these just too old for whoever made this list? It had to have been like, I don't know, a younger millennial or like a Zoomer or something, right? Because like, there's no explanation. Those are like some of the best shows to ever be on the channel. Not even on this list. If I knew who you were, you'd be grounded. You'd be grounded, you'd be going to your room, you'd be living in your room for like 3 months. 3 months, no less. Maybe even more, but no less. But yeah, anyway, here you go. Here's the definitive tier list. You can feel free to print this out and frame it, put it on your in your living room. It'll be a nice conversation piece. That way when you know, people come over and stuff, they can ask and you could just be like, "Oh no, this wasn't even my tier list. It was the tier list of someone I watched on Twitch." But yeah. I don't think I'm budging on any of this. I'm scanning it over. Here. I did say I wanted to rank the S stuff in order, and I am going to do that. So here at the very front is going to be like the best of the best. And of all of these, what would be the best? Oh yeah, also, sorry. I'm sorry, Raging, but this has to be at the end just because I've never watched it, so I couldn't say where it is in the rank of the grand scheme of things. But I'm taking your word for it, as I said. So it better have been good. The Brave and the Bold. Batman the Brave and the Bold with bars, because everything starts with B. Huh. Oh, are you heading out, Raging? Well, I hope you have a good night. I hope you're able to sleep well. And thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Now, of all of these... Oh my god, this is tougher than I thought it would be, really. Oh, this is a big decision. This is like, oh, fuck, okay. I think I'm going to, keep Adventure Time here, actually. Like, of all of these shows, I think Adventure Time probably is the best. Listen to Music Meister and I'll understand. Okay, I'll have to do that. I like little watch parties, so... Watch parties and listen parties and all that. I'll do it. I'm crazy, I'll do it. Okay, so what would be after Adventure Time? I may rethink this and also come up with something that's better than Adventure Time, but, oh my god, maybe Powerpuff Girls is above Adventure Time. I think that's the only thing that might be above it, perhaps. Oh man, I'm sweating thinking about this. It's like a big fucking decision. Uh, Flapjack I absolutely love, but it's kind of like lower S tier. What a Cartoon I'm gonna keep here just because, like, it's done a lot for Cartoon Network, it really has, but, like, it specifically, like, everything combined, it had some not good stuff, because, you know, it was, again, just throwing shit at a wall and seeing what stuck, so... It's, like, it's influential, it's great, had some of the greatest stuff that developed into shows, but, it was just that one episode, so... It doesn't count in my opinion, but it's still S. because it's still the best. I think Total Drama Island's pretty up here, actually. I'll put it past them. Uh, oh god. Oh, this is high stakes. High stakes arrangement. Kids Next Door loved it as a kid, but it's probably like the lower end. I'm trying to put stuff at the lower end as well to make this a little easier for myself. Regular show I'd say is, not as good as Total Drama Island. Courage is higher. Not higher than these, I don't think. Oh, God. These two, as influential as they were, Captain Planet and He-Man, I'm content with them being really basically anywhere on S. They weren't, like, the best of the best, so... If they're knocked down or knocked up or whatever, haha, knocked up, it's whatever. They just land where they land. That's how I'm playing those two anyway. And I think they deserve to be, like, right next to one another, so... Ed, Edd n Eddy is, a lower end S. Much as I hate to say it. Funny enough, as a kid, this was my favorite show. Like, it was the end-all be-all. But, you know what? It deserves a little higher, actually. Higher than regular show, even, I'd say. But not Total Drama. But God, I fucking love this show. It's so, like, disgusting and grimy, but it's, like, the best version of that, you know? I think Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy can stay there. And Samurai Jack. Now, Samurai Jack is it's higher than these. Especially how it, like, came back after all that time and finished it, and it actually finished the show well. Yeah, I can't put it below that. So, Teen Titans may actually be the best. The original Teen Titans. God, I was fucking gripped with that show. Even though Ed, Edd n Eddy was, like, my favorite show. But Teen Titans was, like, after, you know, Ed, Edd n Eddy's, like, peak. They hit a peak, and then when they were starting to kind of dwindle, that's when Teen Titans kind of came out, and it was like, oh, fuck, let's go. They had, like, you know... I mean, I already gushed about it enough, I'm sorry. But, yeah. It's great. Absolutely great. But, now the one question I have remaining here is Powerpuff Girls better than Adventure Time? Or not? Oh, and that's a question I do not have the answer for, so I'm going to keep it like this. So there, this will be my photo finish here. And it may keep me up at night for a bit, but... This is a close, definitive finish, aside from maybe the position of these two, but I don't know. So there, that's it. Now that I've done that, I can actually finally play games or something. But I do have to go away for a real quick sec here. So, yeah, I'm sorry, I will be right back. It'll be short as possible, I promise. Sorry to have to give you guys the bad news, but I'm back. So basically for the rest of the stream, I was just planning on, oh god, that is louder than I remembered, whoops. I totally forgot, because I haven't even had any sound or music or anything, and I'm very sorry for that. I hope that the tier list wasn't too boring because of that. Hope it didn't bore you to tears. Huh? But yeah, I really need to get, like, a copyright-free, like, playlist or something for when I'm doing stuff like that. Or eventually when I get into the whole just chatting thing in general. Speaking of, I'm still in just chatting in the category. I need to change that. Blah. I need to pause first, so I can do that so I can use my mouse. Like a normal mouse do. But yeah, I need to, really need to set that up for future stuff for when I am able to, do, like, just chatting and all that kind of stuff. I definitely want to avoid doing just chatting and stuff until I have a model, because I feel like that'll be a little more enticing to watch than just, like, you know, my current setup. It's bad. Plus, I gotta figure out, like, what I want to do with my just chatting setup in general, too. Because, believe it or not, I'm sure you totally believe it, considering how crummy it looks, but, all of the, UI choices, outside of the actual screen itself, like, the border and, everything like that, I drew myself. So, I have to figure out, like, what I'd want to do with the, just chatting interface and all that kind of stuff. And, I'll figure it out eventually, but for right now, I do not have the faintest as to what I want to do. Most people have, like, what would you call them? Like, rooms? And I'm not good at drawing, like, environments and stuff. I can't draw interiors, so I may be at an L there and may have to, like, commission someone. I really wanted to be able to, have it all be stuff that I did myself, but I don't know, it's gonna be, like, either a lot of effort on my part, and, probably a lot of trial and error, or I will have to commission someone. It's gonna have to be one of the two, I'm sure. Or maybe possible third option, I could use a picture that I can take somewhere. But, if I did that, it wouldn't have quite as much personality as I want, because, I, I actually, funny enough, have, like, an insanely stupid amount of, like, back of my head type of lore with Wield, and, involving that, I also have a specific type of, like, layout for his house and stuff that I have. So I'm hoping to be able to, like, actually incorporate that into my just chatting setting when I can actually eventually figure out what the hell I'm going to do with that. So, yeah, I'd like it to not be some generic room. I want it to have its personality, Fit the Wield lore. Which, in case you are curious, it's basically just like it's a log cabin with, like, one singular, like, huge room. It's got, like, the living room and the kitchen and stuff, like, conjoined into one room. So it's kind of almost like a studio apartment, but not really. And then, it's got stairs that lead up to a walkway type of thing, Kind of like not like a balcony exactly, but, like, kind of ish. It's a walkway. That's the best way I could explain it, really, I guess. And that leads to the bedroom, but you can, also just be up on the walkway and have, like, an overhead view of the main room. And then there's also another room that would be, like, probably what you'd normally associate with, like, a garage or something off to the side on the first floor. And that leads to his little greenhouse that he has. Because, of course, he's got to have a fucking greenhouse. I'm not going to be a fucking plant boy and not have a greenhouse. And, of course, I'll have, like, a nice little setup with, like, a chair and stuff out there, too. So that way, Wheel can just chill outside. I can photosynthesize, enjoy the sun, enjoy the sprinkler system if I wanna. Stuff like that. So yeah, I have that very, very specific layout. I want it to be, like, a small place. Oh yeah, I guess I need to find out, like, where the bathroom would be, too. I guess that's important. But, I have like basically the whole entire layout uh pretty much planned aside from the aforementioned bathroom. But this partially is incorporated into like, how I am and all that, but also like my personal likes and tastes and everything. So, yeah, the greenhouse and stuff is it's not only because Wield is a plant guy, but also because I just in general love like well, not only plants of course because I made Wield a plant, but also because I like greenhouses. They're cozy to be in. I don't know if you've ever been in one personally, but I love greenhouses. I would totally have one like completely vacant with no plants in it just to hang out in. Like sincerely. I love them. But yeah, I'm trying to like figure out how I'm gonna do that. And I kinda had an abstract idea of trying to do that in pixel art, because I can do pixel art environments, like, make them look like the old school 2D games and stuff. I was kind of wanting to maybe try to do that like with a top-down perspective, kind of like, your Pokemon and Zelda games, that kind of stuff. But I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to do that, and if so, how I'm going to do that. Because I kind of want, my character model to like feel like it's part of that, and it's hard to do that if it's like top-down like that. Maybe I can integrate it where it's just like really small. I don't know. But I'll figure it out eventually, I'm sure. But I digress. Point is, I'm trying to figure out the just chatting screen, so probably won't actually have that in general until I do have a full working model, as I said. But know that it is something that I work on mentally a lot and physically. Even I've had an attempt or two to kind of at least have a first draft, but it's gonna be a bit before it's finished, I'm sure. But it would also be kind of hard to do a whole entire just chatting thing with you know, without like a massive audience, not a massive audience, but like, without the chat having at least I'd say probably like five-ish active chatters. Otherwise it would just be me like yammering on drunkenly to myself about something, mostly, I'm sure. And I don't even know what I would talk about. That would be the main issue as well, is I don't know what I'd talk about if I'm not prompted by someone else about topics. And having more people in the chat is they're able to bring up topics or, stuff like that a lot easier. The conversation feels more natural, whereas if it's like, only one or two people in the chat and I'm just only talking to them, it's more like it feels less like a conversation because I like, I usually take a long time to respond, or I don't respond at all like a goofy idiot. And then if I had more people, it's like I could jump into another thought easier and I could just stay in the chat as opposed to like, having to rely on also playing a game too, which I hope makes sense. But yeah, wow, this boat is completely wrecking my shit. Yeah, I'm for the time being going to be mostly sticking with just playing games and stuff, but I do want to do just chatting streams at some point in the future. It's just, I'm like this is my fourth anniversary of streaming. So, usually it takes people a bit longer than that to even start just chatting. So, it's understandable, and it's for good reason that I'm going to be waiting. Anyway, I'm just grinding a mini game compilation game to try to get to the top of leaderboard. So, uh, yeah, I went way deeper than I really needed to just for that. But yeah, on the topic of that, I never even mentioned it, but yesterday's stream when I was playing Paradise Killer, that was actually funny enough, totally forgot. That was the mark of my 4-year anniversary of streaming. I totally forgot to bring it up and meant to, but it just slipped my mind. I think I was just thrown off by how much I liked Paradise Killer and how weird it was and everything, trying to read everything, all that. But yeah, I started, my very first stream was December 21st. I remember because it was the day that the world ended 11, yeah, 11 years ago. Man, time flies when no, that was 10. I'm sorry. This year will be 11 because it's 2023. I got them mixed up. It was 2012 that the world ended. So yeah, time flies when the world is no longer existent. Can't even believe we all perished 10 years ago. But yeah, I wanted my stupid, memorable day, and I didn't even plan that day specifically, actually. I just wanted a day that had like zeros, ones, and twos as the numbers for it, and that was like literally the deciding factor. And I was just like, okay, I'm ready for it. It's close to the end of the year. I wanted to start streaming before the end of the year. Because I don't know about you guys, but like, I can't stand the concept of New Year's resolutions. And by which I mean like, you know, resolutions such as like, I'm going to get that promotion this year, or, you know, stuff like that. That I can understand. By I don't like New Year's resolutions, I mean the ones that are like, I'm going to start working out, or I'm going to cut down on caffeine, stuff like that. The ones that are really stupid are the ones where you could do it literally any time. And I hate the mentality behind like, I'm gonna wait until the end of the year to change. Because if you're like eliciting a change, just do it immediately. Don't wait for the new year to do it, you know? That's always been my thought process anyway. But yeah, that's the fun of talking to myself like this as opposed to talking to other people in chat, I guess, is I literally just yammer on about fuck all nothing. I'm a very good filler episode. I'm like the filler episode of streamers. Oh shit. Ah! You gotta hit 750 to get the bonus for points. But yeah, look at me go. Number 3 on the global ranking leaderboard for this. So yeah, I basically only have to do twice as much as I've done, which I've been at this for a grand total of many, many, many hours. But I'll get it. I'll get it eventually. And of course, most of my grinding is going to be off stream. However, you know, it's whatever Wednesday and I felt like doing this a little bit. So there you go. I may even switch in a little bit to something else, but yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Not quite sure yet. That's the fun of whatever Wednesday. I don't even know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I don't even plan these ahead or anything. So that's what that does. Woosley, what'd you do? Did you break something? Did you ban my account? I've just been over here, like, talking about stuff, so it's very unimportant. Especially compared to if you found something. Oh, you turned shield mode off on your end. Okay, yeah, I'm funny enough with the chat, I was actually kind of considering turning that off in general, because I had it on for like one reason and one reason only, and it failed at that one reason, so I'm kind of about it, really. Ah, fuck. Oh, fuck. I got plowed all the way across the 7 seas with that one. Oh my god. The controls are so, like, difficult on this, which is probably why I'm so high up on the leaderboards. Because I'm really good at, like, RC type of stuff like this. Where, like, your perspective doesn't change and stuff. Grew up with RC cars, baby. I'm not gonna be able to get that. Nah. Too slippery. Oh, said your messages would only be visible to mods? Yeah, I haven't gone quite that far. I've hardly even messed around with the chat all too much, honestly. Irresponsible, I know, since I'm the one that's, literally the streamer on this channel and all, but I don't know, I've just kind of been like, I mean, of course it's hard to do that when you're streaming as well. That's usually why people rely on mods to, get rid of, like, certain messages and stuff like that, but I've probably had some times when I could hypothetically do that. I just haven't messed around with the chat very much. Like the moderation controls and stuff. I don't know, it's too much power for me. I'm just a plant. I shouldn't be entrusted with being in charge of humans. I meant I'm a human. That's what I meant. I'm completely 100% just a normal human. Oh my god. When you're backing up with this too, by the way, this boat, you can't turn. You can only go backwards straight. So it's very, finicky. It's like the embodiment of tank controls. But it's a boat game. And I don't know about anyone else, watching or listening, but, yeah, with, Chuck E. Cheese and, like, arcade games, all that kind of stuff, when you, like, uh, go to any arcade, there's a bunch of games with a bunch of themes. Boat games are always my jam. They're always the funnest. I always got the most tickets at them. They rule. And I'll die on that hill. Boat games at arcades are the best. Always. I especially remember going to Chuck E. Cheese, and I'd always play that one pirate ship game by Konami. And I would win fucking mad tickets there. And I could almost, like, recite the background music from that game by heart even still. Can't even see that. I'm trying to do this with one hand. Haha, bet you know I'm doing with the other. I'm kidding. It's literally just resting here. Oh, you think you turned off shield mode? Choco Bear. Did you have Woosley take the fall for that? You better not have. Yeah, these ships, by the way, too, are also, like, immovable. So if they run into me, they, Oh, you turned it off? Okay. You're in the clear, Choco Bear. You got lucky this time. I was afraid I'd have to, you know, block you. I'd have to uninstall Twitch, burn my house down, move to the Netherlands, all that. But now, you're safe. Ooh, I like this piss fountain. It really gets me in the mood to collect lifesavers. That's not a piss fountain anymore. Yeah, so, grinding this lost inspiration real quick. I'm already kind of over it. I usually have to be, like, watching something while I'm doing this or something, because it's monotonous. But as you can see, I'm pretty far up there on the leaderboards, and that's global. That's not even, like, in my location or anything like that. That's a global leaderboard, baby. And being a bad gamer, like I am, that's a massive fucking accolade. So I want it. That and my, Motor Town, trying to get, like, #1 in the mileage driven. Because I don't even need to be good, I just need to drive a lot. And since I have a fast car, I can get a lot of miles, like, really fast. My stupid Supra taxi. Which I'd love to see one of those in real life, by the way. It's just literally a black Supra with a taxi sign, like, super glued on top of it. I'd totally ride in one. But, yeah, since I'm over this grind here, I'm gonna continue playing this, but I'm gonna just play other stuff. This game's really addictive to play. If you've never played it, I would always recommend it. It's one of my favorites. It's a really good time killer. Although I'm sure if you've watched a few of my whatever Wednesdays, you probably already know that. And this one's really fun to have like running in the background as I'm doing something else. Usually mostly watching YouTube. I've really, I can't even say lately, I guess. It's been a bit. I guess like, close to the end of the year-ish? Something like that. I've been really getting into like watching, true crime stuff. And, don't paint me as like a serial killer enthusiast, please. I'm not Sonia Nevermind. But, what mostly, interests me is like the, well, either the competence or incompetence of, the detectives. Just knowing, like, you know, the read technique, how they employ it, how they gradually get, more information out of people, stuff like that. It really fascinates me. And, usually the stories themselves, like, you know, who did the killing, who they killed, that kind of stuff. That stuff actually usually more pisses me off than anything. Especially when it's like, you know, people who are just like basically strictly nice to the perpetrator. And they're just like, no, yeah, I'm just gonna return it by like stabbing you a million times. I was watching something else, in fact, like another channel that's not even like a true crime channel earlier, and they mentioned a crime, and there was like this crime where someone stabbed someone like, oh my god, how many fucking times was it? It was like 150 something times. I can't even fathom someone being stabbed that many times. I was just like, what the fuck, dude? People are like, that's the wondrous thing about humanity, I guess. We're like the coolest species on Earth, and we're also the least cool as well. Because we're like, we've seriously come like the furthest of any species ever. I talked about this before, so I'm sorry if this is a repetitive tangent, but we've like basically created two different life forms ourselves. We've kind of played God, you know? Because we've created AIs and we've created dogs, because you know that was selective breeding through wolves and stuff. And we did both of those like as the human race. And it's like, it's insane how like we've accomplished so much, but at the same time, like, we've done such shitty things. We're such bad people as a whole, like, on average, because of, like, you know, all of the bad things that have happened with humanity. And it's like, no other creature on Earth has as much both respect and hatred from me as humans. We're just fascinating, you know? Very fascinating species. But anyway, I don't even remember how I got on that tangent. Yeah, that's right, YouTube. I was talking about YouTube and then true crime and then the thing related to true crime. Never mind, I connected the dots. Sometimes I can remember how I got somewhere. And then other times I took a taxi to that thought and don't remember anything between where I started and the destination. Man, speaking of destinations, you know something I really have to play on the channel that I've been wanting to? It's a very original game. I don't think anyone's ever streamed it before. It's a little game called Fallout New Vegas. But seriously, I've been wanting to do a playthrough of that. It's like one of my favorite games ever, but I've never actually beaten it. Which is hilarious and stupid to think about, but yeah, saying the thing about the destination is what reminded me. Because I always remember that one, with any use of the word destination, I always remember Mr. New Vegas talking about the, I Got Spurs, that Jingle Jangle Jingle song. and he'd always talk about, like, you know, how it's like, I don't remember the exact quote, so I don't want to butcher it, but he says something about, like, you know, sometimes the journey beats the destination, and especially if your spurs go jingle, 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 and you meet some nice gals along the way. I remember that part. But what I want to do is I want to do, like, just a absolutely stupid, like, intelligence 1, strength 10, bare fists build. And I want to ride that baby all the way to the top. But it's about damn time I finished the main campaign, so... And I bought all the DLCs, never played them, so gotta do all that too. It's a damn shame. A real damn shame, especially considering the fact that, as I said, it's like one of my favorite games of all time. I just spend most of the game, like, you know, dicking around doing side quests, exploring, especially the vaults. At, like, I think about level 8, something like that, I marched into Caesar's or Kaisar's, I'm sorry, Kaisar's encampment where he is and killed him with my bare fists, and then fought my way out, and then there was, like, hit squads going after me, like, every 10 minutes, and I'd always kill them, loot them, be over encumbered, and very, very, very slowly walk all the way to a vendor to sell their stuff. And I remember that was probably the save file I was playing the longest on. And good, Woosley. I'm glad I'll at least have you on board if I do that. But yeah, this is a little based, I know, but my favorite faction of all of Fallout in general is the Brotherhood of Steel. I love them so much. Even though they're assholes usually in most games, I got a soft spot for them. I did especially love them in which one did I love them the most in, actually? I love them in every installment of Fallout for different reasons. Yes, yes, Woosley, please. I would absolutely love to see it. But of course, you know me. I love to see you doing any wheeled art whatsoever, so... He's, like, at his peak if you draw him. Way better than anything I could ever fucking draw of him. I'm so jealous of your drawing skills. But yeah, I love the Brotherhood of Steel, and here, let me... Specifically with the synopsis of the more recent ones, 3 and beyond. In 3, I love them specifically just because they were, like, the faction that you don't fuck around with. And it wasn't because they were, like, painted as the, you know, Gary Stews of the Wasteland. That was why a lot of people liked them in 3, but I like complex stuff, you know? Complex reasons, all that kind of stuff. But with 3, I just love their, like, sheer, like, if you're in danger, you can run towards, like, a squadron of Brotherhood of Steel members. They will fuck anything up, including, like, Deathclaws and, like, Rad Scorpions, anything, you name it, they can kill it. So you always felt, like, safe around them. And that's from a gameplay perspective, not a narrative perspective, but, in New Vegas, I liked them because, well, Veronica, she's, like, hands down my absolute favorite follower in any Fallout game ever. Aside from maybe Arcade Ganon, but, yeah, New Vegas had that too. You'll notice that, New Vegas is my favorite for a reason. Many, many, many reasons. But, yeah, they had Veronica. I just kind of liked their hermit thing in general, really. And, like, their lockdown. You were able to, influence, like, you know, what happened to them in a way. It was really well done, I thought. Plus, I loved the, whole, like, you know, the Hidden Valley thing and how they had, like, the dust storm machine or whatever that they could turn on and off for, like, patrols and hiding their place and everything. It was so cool. I think that's actually probably my favorite iteration of the Brotherhood of Steel now I think about it. And then in 4, I liked them because, it was kind of a return to 3 with, the overwhelming firepower faction type of thing. But it was beefed up even more because they had power armor that felt like vehicles. It didn't even feel like armor. It felt like fucking vehicles. So like having that on your team, having like, the vertibirds, all that stuff, it was so cool. But yeah, New Vegas, that's probably my favorite iteration of the Brotherhood of Steel. Oh, I love my bonus balls. I love balls in general, but if you're gonna make them bonus balls, that's peak balls. I used to be able to time these with, to at least get close to what I want. I can't even do that anymore. It feels like it's rigged and never goes right into one anymore. Oh! Yeah, another bonus. You love to see it. I might do one of these, games of golf here in a sec. But yeah, you'll notice even though I'm not quite as high on this leaderboard, this global leaderboard, again, I'm going to reiterate this is global. I'm still pretty high on this one. This one's, like, funner to grind out, though, because it doesn't involve skill. It just involves dumb button pressing, so this is why it's, like, really good to play in the background and stuff. Oh, okay, Woosley. Well, if you're gonna head out now, then I hope you have a good night, and if you're gonna stick around while you draw for a little bit, then I guess you shouldn't have a good night. I'm kidding. You should stop a good night, but yeah, if you want to head off now, then yeah, I do hope you sleep well, and hope you have a great rest of your night. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm just gonna keep dropping these balls. Okay, well, if you want to stay for a bit, then yeah, I'd be glad to have you hang out a bit more. And of course, as always, I'll be looking forward to seeing the wheel picture, so I'll have that to look forward to for sure. Huh, requests. Well, I'm really bad at this just because I'm not, like... I feel like I lost all my imagination along with, like, growing up. Which is really unfortunate because, I used to love drawing and then, like, when that imagination dissipated, it kind of, like, it was harder for me to draw all that, you know how it goes. Creative block and all that, and then it just, like, never really returned in full force, so... It's kind of hard for me to come up with ideas, but, let me try to think of at least one. If I think a bit, I could probably think of one. Hmm. I mean, you could literally just draw, like, wheeled T-posing, and I would think it's, like, the coolest thing ever, because I love your art, but... I want to give you something more dynamic to work with. I promise I'll think for a sec. I'll think and drop balls. Oh, actually, here, if you're good at, like, drawing other stuff like arcade cabinets, you could in the spirit of this game, you could make Wheeled playing an arcade game. Because I mean, I love arcades in general, not just this game. They're like one of my favorite things in the world. Now, like, my favorite, or not my favorite, my ideal house in the future would be, like, small. I wouldn't want very much, but I will say that the one thing I do want that would be kind of, like, expensive and space-consuming is I would love to have my own personal arcade. That would be, like, the coolest thing ever. I would be living the dream. So that's, like, a very long-term goal of mine, and I have absolutely no start in that. But it would be, like, the coolest thing ever. I need it so bad, though. It's just, like, the bummer about that, obviously, is the fact that, like, arcade cabinets are very, very expensive. And, like, if I ever wanted to move from the place that I started it at, that would be, like, the most intense thing ever. Those things are not light. I didn't get another bonus round because the bonus round was going on when I got it. I got fucking ripped off. Yeah, I'm over it for now. Play something else. By which I mean something else in this game. Tickets, 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 tickets. Fat stacks. I got fat stacks of yellow. That is to say fat stacks of yellow, not YOLO. That is a different thing to have fat stacks of. Oh, yeah. Pachinkos are pretty fun. Or gotchas. Whatever these are called. I've heard them called different things. And I'm pretty sure not all of them are proper. I don't fucking know. The thing where you drop balls into these. They're fun. Okay, that's my point. And this fluctuates so wildly with, like, the numerical value of tickets that I cannot figure it out for the life of me. No matter how much I play it. Ooh. I'm actually not, like, too far off on this either. I mean, I'm still in the thousands for the global leaderboards, but there's definitely worse. That's better than most things. This game has a lot of people on the leaderboards. I mean, the fact that I'm, like, number 3 in one of them is just outrageous to me. But again, it's the one that involves skill. You have to have your undivided attention there. A lot of these are just kind of stuff you can do in the background, so I'm pretty sure that's, like, why a lot of people have gotten high on those. Not, like, high on those, you know, but, like, why they've gotten up there on the leaderboards. No one was probably even thinking, like, I meant that type of high until I said something, and I'm the one that had to take it out of context. Ooh, I'm freeballing. I'm going commando. Here, I'm observing for a second. Okay. It's because that top fishbowl thing is, it fluctuates point value. That's why I was confuzzled. I get it now. Yeah, but see, it landed in there when it was 60 and it said 40. Never mind. I'm validated. Wow, that was a lot. Here, I'll break 1,000 and then go to another minigame. Actually, do these count as minigames if it's, like, the whole game? I guess so, technically. I never really thought about that, though, until I literally just crammed that thought into my head just now. But, yeah, I think it's still probably mini-games, because, like, when you play WarioWare, those are called micro-games, and they're actually called that in the game, like, in the context and everything, so the fact that that's made of those, I think it counts as, oh, that's because the bonus, that's why I got so many. God, that bonus goes hard. I thought that the 1500 at the very bottom in the middle was like what you wanted to go for, but fuck that. I want the bonus. Shit, dude. Ooh, the doodle dropped. I'll be looking forward to it. Oh, matter of fact, I almost kind of want to show it on the stream here. Of course, at this point, I think only people watching the VOD would see, because I think maybe you and Choco Bear are the only people here, but still. I want to see. Here, after I do the rest of this. After I've been neutered and have no more balls. Oh, that was a weak game. Only 300. Wow. Although I went from like over 1,000 to 872. So that's kind of cool. Here, I'll sit down to look at this. Yeah, I'm gonna want to sit for this. I can't sit at these seats. You can sit like basically anywhere else in this game. But now the one time I want to sit. What about here? Still no? Nah, I swear I've sat here before. I think the sitting's just busted here, whatever. I'll look at it while standing. This is important to me. Oh, it's so adorable. I love it. One of my favorite things about all of your drawings is they have like so much personality. You can like see the energy in their faces and stuff. I have trouble doing that, you know? I only have like a select few set faces I can draw, you know, like facial expressions. But yeah, here, for anyone like watching the VOD or whatever. Liz, isn't it fucking adorable? I love it. But yeah, my man Woos is like a wizard. You're a wizard, Woosley. Yeah, I think that goes to show Woosley, because, like, they have to be, like, something that you, like, care about if you are able to put that much into it, you know? Because you can feel the personality in them. And I still think, like, one of my favorite, non-wheeled pictures that I've seen that you've drawn is the one with the Cruelty Squad guy, because you bring a different layer of personality to John Cruelty, or whatever you want to call him, that, like, the game doesn't have. And it makes it very you know? You can tell who it is, but, like, he's got more personality than he's ever had. But it's great. Anyone, if you ever say anything bad about Woosley, I will actually kill you. I will ask for your address politely so I can come over and kill you, because, like, he's my dude, he's my boy. Oh yeah, I said I wanted to do the... Nah, I don't want to do the golf anymore. I lied. I lost the inspo. I'm gonna go do the stupid go-karts. I like my stupid go-karts. Go-karts are fucking the bomb.com. I love go-karts. They're like ultra fun in real life. Give me, give me, give me. I gotta go. Oh, that was such good timing. Calculated. So here's my favorite part about Coin Game is the fact that like your quote fast travel is actually real time. So this is literally just a waiting on the bus simulator when you want to take the bus. Did they have to do this? No. Did they anyway? Yes. Oh yeah, one guy. I'm sorry. This is a one guy developer team. I forgot. Not these guys didn't have to go that far. I meant this guy didn't have to go that far. But he really went above and beyond. I'm always so inspired by people who do shit like this, like by themselves. It's absolutely crazy. I would have kind of liked a little bit of talent if they like wanted to share. I don't think they need that much talent. At least no one decided to sit by me. Dude, what I hate is like when you're anything like this, be it like a restaurant, uh, you know, a bus like this, airplane as well, uh, where there's like a bunch of seats. Of all the seats anyone could pick, they sit like right next to you. That is one of my biggest irritations in life. Because I'm definitely one of those people that's like, uh, if I'm out in public in the real world, chances are I do not want to be bothered. So, like, don't do that. And of course, the cardinal sin, everyone knows this one, including people who even like talking to other people. If there's like multiple urinals open, never, ever, 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 ever take the one that's right next to the one guy using one. That makes you like automatically the enemy of the state. And for good reason, it's well deserved. If you've ever done that, A, why? And B, just why? It was only that one question. I guess maybe some people like, you know, cuddling up and having warmth when they pee or something, but that ain't me, Chief. And I've never understood that, and I never will. No matter how, even if like Neil deGrasse fucking Tyson himself came in and explained it using science, I still wouldn't understand. Some duder. I saw some duder on the. Oh, okay. This is my life now. I saw some duder on the spots there for the race. I just want that sick trophy. I think I got one at some point, but I lost it. I think. Maybe I still have it. Maybe it's still in my inventory. I've just been carrying it around this whole entire time, just like, where is that gosh darn trophy? And it's just like literally in my hand. It's like when you're looking for your keys while you're holding them. Which I'll have you know proudly, by the way, that I've only had that happen like twice in my life. Ooh! I'm in 5th. I guess that guy's lapped everyone, because I passed him and I'm still in 5th. Yeah. Yeah, Sombrero Man's kicking our ass. Oh god, oh fuck. I really hate driving with a mouse and keyboard still. I will have you know. Wait, when did I get up to 3rd place? When did that happen? I didn't even, like, pass, like, any... Whatever. I'll take it. They must have hit a pit stop or something. But, yeah, if you are a fan of this game and you have a Steam Deck, by the way, it says that it's not supported, but since this game has, like, partial controller support, you can actually jam this baby right on your, Steam Deck and play it on there. I don't know if that, like, is informative to anyone, but I was really hyped when I tried it and it worked, so... The one downside, the only downside, which it's a pretty big one, I will admit, is the fact that, in order to save, you need a mouse. And for some reason, going to the save location on your menus is, something you cannot do with controller. So, unfortunately, yeah, that's, like, kind of an important deal. But, I think this game may also autosave. I've never tried it because I always save this game when I exit it. Maybe I should try that, actually. You know what? As the kids say, YOLO. I do kind of want to. I got 3rd place, so... And take my pity trophy. There's a trophy right there on the ground. What place is this for? Oh, it's for 2nd. I've done that before, yeah. I forgot I even did that. Oh, I didn't pick it up because my inventory's full. That would explain it. Well, yeah, let me... You good, Kenny? You okay, Kenny94? Here, I'm gonna tally my tickets, and then, I'm gonna quit without saving and see if it saves. Because this may be a fucking game changer for me, I'm not gonna lie. Because that would mean I could, like, take this game literally anywhere. You know how fucking huge that would be? Because, like, I love this game as is. So, like, there being no escape from it would just absolutely be the best. I'm only at, like, 3,096 for global tickets. That's insane. Okay, 260.50. 260050. I gotta write this down so I actually remember. Alright, 260050. I totally went full, like, phone call robot there for a second. 260050. Here, so no saving, just quitting. I'm gonna lose my whole entire save. My whole game. I'm kidding, please don't actually do that game. I beg of thee. Ooh, I'll be looking forward to seeing that one too, Woosley. Those two, excuse me. Because I want to see Finn too. Alright, drum roll. I think I'll probably be able to tell right away because of where I load in. Because if it didn't save, I should load into the pirate place. Oh, any ideas? You're asking the wrong person. I'll try to come up with another. Okay, well, here's a question. Okay, I'm at the pirate place, so it did not save. Okay, so yeah, bad news, Steam Deck fans. So here's a question. Is, the picture going to have Weald and Finn, or are these going to be 2 separate pictures? Ew! I forgot about my shadow. My fucking animatronic Five Nights at Freddy's ass-looking shadow. Looks disgusting. Um, okay, yeah, I'll still have to think, Woosley. Uh, Here, give me a sec. If I use all three of my brain cells, I can, muster something, I'm sure. Here, wait a second. Nope, nope, nope. Breaking news, this just in. I'm down to 2. Uh... Uh... It's very difficult when you're taking in stuff visually, too, because I'm just like, maybe I could do a candy wield. I could do a pirate wield. But I want to be a little more original than that. I want to come up with my own damn ideas. Here, I'm thinking, though. um... Ooh... Oh, here, if you want to do a duo picture, I've got a good idea. But this is only if you want to draw them together. You could have Weald and Finn at a cafe, just like having a cup of coffee together. Because we're homies. Or, you know, it doesn't even have to be coffee. It could just be, you know, undisclosed warm beverage. Could be tea. Could be hot chocolate. I am a fan of all three, by the way. I know this is kind of a, no pun intended, but a hot take. But, yeah, strange as it is to say, I like coffee and tea. Most people usually only like one or the other. Although I do like tea a bit more. But both are great. And also, just to be even more controversial with that take, I also like black coffee, or if it has a sweetener and creamer. So I'm a very versatile plant.
Sounds good. I'll fire one up fresh for you right now.
Oh, you like your teas twisted, huh, Woosley? I don't think I've ever tried a twisted tea, but I have had a Long Island iced tea. Quite a few times from quite a few different places, which it's one of those drinks where it's like different with basically every single place you get it from. But yeah, I do like Long Island iced teas, so I'm sure I'd like twisted as well. I'll just fucking manhandle this whole ass pizza into my face real quick. I rinse it down with a
Hey there.
pirate
What can I do
punch.
for you?
Eating isn't even like
One grease bucket coming your way.
important with what I'm doing, but there is a survival mode. I don't think I've mentioned that before that when I've played this, but there's, strangely enough, of all games to have a survival mode in, this game has one where you have to play arcade games to win tickets to be able to like get food and stuff or something. I haven't tried it yet, but it's a very, very strange game to have a survival mode on. I will say that much, but I do want to try it. Very strange. Water with melted ice. Okay, Woosley, let's not get wild here. It's gonna water down my water. Oh right, you have to hold that. Oh no, yeah, I saw it. I just never order it because that's... Ew, you're diluting the taste of my water with water. I didn't mean exit! No, 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 no. Can I just continue? Please tell me that wasn't... Was that wasted fucking money? It doesn't matter because I have like unlimited money, but still. That could have been a good run. Or something. I accidentally pushed the button to escape though. I'm such a fool. But it's fine, it was a mistake. I was young back then. Oh yeah, did I even mention, by the way, that this game even works? Because, I think the last time I played the coin game, I thought this was out of service, but it's only one specific site you can use. And I didn't realize because I'm, uh, not very smart. But, yeah, I really love this one. It's like it's technically a coin pusher, I guess, even though these are, like, not coins. But it would be labeled as one. And, yeah, it's my favorite of all of them, because there are multiple in this game. But this is probably my favorite one. So, you know, it was, worth the wait, I guess, question mark? The artificial self-inflicted accidental wait? Because I was always so excited for this to be unlocked, but I didn't realize it was, something I could do literally the whole time. But it was fitting that it was, like, saved for the last, you know, because I'm not much of a coin pusher fan. I always feel like they're a ripoff and stuff, but this one's fun. I mean, most arcade games are ripoffs, let's be real, but you know, this one doesn't feel like a ripoff. The other ones feel like a ripoff, you know? But I mean, this one's got like, it's got everything. It's got like a activate all of these things type of thing. It's got a wheel. It's got the coins. Quote, coins. Oh, come on. One last spin. Oh. Lava Mayhem. Oh yeah, and it's even got the moist meter icon there. That's what it looks like. We got a... Oh, where'd it go? Here it is. We got a fucking furry here. We got Kermit. We got what looks like a Nintendo Mii. That was for that game. So it's got it all, really. Like, absolutely everything. You couldn't want more from a mini game. And I don't even want to try the fucking pinball. It's so, like, every time drops me down to, like, 1 frame per 5 seconds. 0.2 FPS, that would be. But this one, though, I fucking hate this one, but I always play it. Because it is fun even though I hate it. Oh, really? You'd hit me with the lag spike there? I do also like the font of the numbers here, by the way. It reminds me of, Rapture from, oh, fuck, from BioShock. I think it's mostly, like, the 8s and the 3s, because they kind of got that, like, the bigger swoop on the bottom type of thing. I don't know text fonts, otherwise, I'd be able to be like, oh yeah, that's, Himalayan expertise. But yeah, I don't know text names, so... I'm sure this has got a name, though. Well, that was just silly. That was embarrassing. I'm retiring from this specific game. Fuck you, Combo Craze. I've always hated Combo Craze. All my homies hate Combo Craze. Oh yeah, I drove all the way to the other arcade and whoops, I didn't pick up those tickets. But I'm gonna have to do that again. Due to the lack of saving. And it's only a hike up here and a very long bus ride away. GG easy. And at least I can do this first this time. What are these? I'm sorry? Wow, okay. I did not know that was a thing. Fascinating. Oh yeah, if you want to see something else funny, you can do this when you strafe. Speaking of, you know, the older Fallouts and stuff, it would always be like an obsession of mine, specifically in New Vegas, because there's like a lot of, space to traverse and stuff. One of my favorite things to do is, run diagonally, so your character's like running forward with their feet, but like they're moving sideways almost. I would do that for like really long stretches. I was like obsessed with doing that. That was more so like when I first started and kind of faded over time, but yeah, I was very into doing that every single time I went anywhere. Because as I have mentioned before, I do not like using fast travel usually if it's an option in an open world game. It's just a me thing. I think it's mostly like immersion because I usually like immersing myself as much as possible. Because usually like with games when I first started, what originally got me into them was like the escape from reality and stuff. So I think that just kind of stuck with me, and I just like being in the worlds, you know. And if you fast travel and there's a loading screen every single time you want to go somewhere else, that kind of takes me out of it. But I don't hate on people that fast travel or anything. I totally understand. Time is valuable and all that, but there's also the aspect that I really like getting to know video game worlds, you know? Like I know the world of Skyrim better than I know my own actual hometown. Any place in the actual world for that matter, including where I live now. But yeah, there's like that. Oh, what's another good video game world that I know like super well? There's the one from Bully, which oh my god, I love that game. I really, really, really want there to be a sequel at some point. Please, Rockstar. But of course, we're all still fucking waiting for Grand Theft Auto 6 anyway, so if it's gonna be anything, it's gonna be that. They're kind of becoming like Valve. You remember when Valve made video games? Yeah, me neither. But yeah, they're losing steam. Wow, that was again not an intentional pun, but it was a good one. But yeah, they're really slowing down with like making games and stuff, so I don't know if we're ever gonna get anything besides like another Grand Theft Auto and then wait another, what, 2 decades for the next one. They might be done with just like every single series. Oh yeah, I want to bop some fuckers. I'd love to bop some fuckers right now. Fuck. Oh, I didn't realize that one was up. Ah, only in the 6,000s. Lame, lame, lame. I know there's some of these that I'm like actually literally in the hundreds of thousands on the leaderboards. So they're like a lost cause. And I don't remember what games. Sorry, I'm getting a little sleepy. It's one of those mornings where I, like, got woken up before my time. Is this Hugh Neutron at the very top of the leaderboards here? That's totally Hugh Neutron. And he's got, like, the cat ear headphones. I don't know if I love that person or hate that person. I do know one thing I do hate, and that's this fucking game. I can never get the big hitter numbers. I really want the 500, but no. Let me see if I can... No, no way. Ain't no way. Yeah. Oh, I surpassed Hugh Neutron already. Oh, man. Here, wait. I gotta... Oh, get me out of here. Let me push that. Escape didn't get me out of there. This one here on the leaderboard, I love this character design. It's adorable. It reminds me of Wield, actually, funny enough. It's got, like, freckles and kind of similar-ish hair. I've done a lot in the past where Wield sticks his tongue out and everything, too. I like showing off the, like, long purple tongue. It's fun. Did I just call my own design and creativity fun? Yes, I did. Do I care? No, because I'm proud of Wield's design. Right. Like this? Oh, that was close. That was almost real good. Oh, come on with physics. Physics is a bunch of fuckers. Oh. Oh, okay, 4 credits. For some reason I thought that was 3. I have absolutely played this multiple times and I for some reason didn't know how many I get. Real programmer. I just turned into Steve Brule there for a second. Speaking of him, I never can look at the word bream again the same way. You know, like the fish? Because every single time I see bream, I always think of, like, how Steve Brule would, like, probably... He didn't even use it. It's just, like, what I think he would say. Where he'd, like, I would just assume he would call a laser beam a laser bream. And I always think of that every single time I see the word bream now. So, maybe I ruined that for at least one other person now, too. Oh, your Cafe Doodle is done. Well, fuck this game. More pressing matters. Oh, not fuck the tickets, though. I want the tickets. Here, can a brother sit down in a place here? There we go. That's more like it. This is, like, top priority. Aww. It's adorable. I wouldn't show this one unless you want me to, loosely, because, you know, it's got your own character in it as well, so. But it's fucking adorable. You said it would be before you even drew it. So I should have known. But like, no matter how much I would have prepared myself, I wouldn't have been prepared for it. Okay, you've been meaning to show him off anyway. Okay. Well, I'm sorry that the debut is, like, on my stream for some reason. But, yeah. This is wheeled along with a character that Woo's made himself, too. It's adorable. Look at it. All of it, I totally ruffle Finn's hair. It's fucking cute. As you can see, because, you know, we're out at the cafe having a coffee, so I'm obviously gonna go and irritate him by ruining his cool hair. If I'll play a game of laser tag, then I'll probably call it a stream, I think. I'm getting a little sleepy and, I don't know, it's been a long fucking week, dude. I just had, like, one of those weeks, you know? It's just, like, the tiredness and fatigue carries throughout the whole entire week, even if you don't do anything else for the rest of the week. I've got, like, a... Oh! I've already been bopped. Oh my god, I'm getting my ass kicked. Get out of here. I don't want to see you ever again. See, who needs Call of Duty, right? Although aiming with this is, like, really difficult. I do have to say. With my silly barcode scanner-ass gun. Cover me, I'm reloading and lagging at the same time. This game was doing so good without lagging, and then all of a sudden I get a lag on the other game I was playing and a lag on this. This is some real fucked up shit. I'll remember the great lag incident of 2023. Fuck you. Get out of my way. And stop trying to spawn camp us. Get out of here, sombrero. Wait, can I... Get out of my way, please? Oh man, epic sniper's vantage point here. Oh, I see you. See you too. Right, trick shot. Oh, never mind. I was gonna rush him at the end. Ugh. Oh, alright, Woosley. Well, you have a great night. I hope you sleep well. If you are still here, sorry for the delayed reaction there. I was really laser focused. Ha ha ha. But, yeah, I'm actually gonna call it a night, too, with my stream, so... thank you to anyone who may be watching, live or VOD. VOD listeners, and watchers, I very much appreciate you as well. So yeah, I'm going to, go ahead and call it a night for this stream. I know it's a little shorter than some other, whatever Wednesday streams that I do, but, you know, it's, as I said, been a very long week, all that, blah, 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 poor Weald, woe is me, poor little baby. I'll play myself the world's smallest violin. But, yeah, thank you very, very much for watching and hanging out with me, I appreciate it. And, I'm going to stream the same person I I'm going to raid the same person I raided last night because I'm unoriginal and want to seem like a stalker for some reason. I don't actually. But I'm probably gonna seem that way. Oh, of course I'm not even going to be on the right thing. Here we go. Just takes a little bit of elbow grease, that's all. Disgusting, sopping wet elbow grease. And there we go. Now I just wait for the timer. I'm still trying to get used to this whole rating thing. New to me. Some people can just do it like in an instant. I am not one of those at all. But yeah. Anyway, thank you for hanging out with me, all that kind of stuff. Very much appreciate you, love you for it. And I guess I'll catch you in the next whatever I do. Bye.